Welcome to YellBro. I am Jordan, and today we're going to react to a little debate between Naomi Wolf and Derrick Broze on the whole Iranian bombing war thing. But first, don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome.
Derrick, isn't that one of
Hmm?
Slow News Day's friends?
Yes, I think.
Or was, at least.
I think they still do shows together or something like that. I'm in T-Lab and all that stuff. Whitney Webb, that whole little network of people.
And what's that called? Last American Vagabond.
Yeah, T-Lav. I just say T-Lav.
Oh, sorry.
Also, what will be in that description box is everything I show you in this video. It'll be linked for you to look at on your own. Oh my god damn it. John Cena. Like this. I'm not going to play the video, but allegedly, we were just talking about this before, about the NDAA. As often happens, the NDAA bill contains some of the worst language of all legislation. This year is no different, with language slipped into the bill that automatically and involuntarily registers young men for military draft. That's why I'm bringing this up, because that is fucking crazy. And yes, typically in NDAAs, they slip in a lot of these little policies that end up contributing to the problems we see, day in, day out when it comes to our government's behavior. Notoriously, money and weaponry for these so-called rebel groups in Syria, and they overthrew the country with it. That was under Trump, by the way. Under Trump, when Rand Paul called it out, but it was happening beforehand with the Obama administration. So just like these NDAA things are not something you're supposed to sneeze past. They put some weird shit in there, and they expect you to follow it. On top of the trillions they take from your money, essentially, right? As an American, they pull it from your fucking government funding for the sake of blowing people up across the world. It is what it is. Wanted to point that out. Also, we have this from Mr. Trump himself. Here we go.
We got to get rid of this loser. This guy is bad.
He's
disloyal to the Republican Party. He's disloyal to the people of Kentucky. And most importantly, he is disloyal to the United States of America. And he's got to be voted out of office as soon as possible. We got to get rid of.
So I believe he means Thomas Massey in that scenario, another kind of Ron Paulian style person, right, or a political figure. The guy who asked for the Epstein files to be released, and the guy who's against war with Iran. Of course, he's the guy that Trump wants to get rid of, right? And that's not dick riding for Thomas Massey. I'm sure he has his own problems. But I'm just saying, on the surface, you could just see someone that would relatively be more like the average American. I would say, yeah, I want to know about these Epstein files, and yeah, I don't want to go to war with Iran. Typical American, most people are probably in that direction. That's the guy that Trump wants to get rid of. That type of rhetoric, those narratives, he wants to get rid of them, which should be telling. But at this point, I'm sure we already understand what the fuck Trump is about, as you see Operation Epstein Fury trending, and of course, the devil worshiper Lindsey Graham. And there's this.
Hey. But it's anti-Semitic. It's anti-Semitic to call it Epstein Fury.
And you're kind of a weirdo about it all the time.
What?
What? It's anti-Semitic to call it Epstein Fury. Didn't you know?
Fair enough. What were you saying, Harrison? What was that? I didn't hear you because you guys were talking over each other.
Yeah, I have no idea what he said.
Oh, all right, whatever. Keep it moving. We reverse engineered the Iranian Shahid drone to make a $35,000 clone we've called Lucas. Now, why is that important? Well, Now the FBI says Iran's talking about a drone attack on U.S. soil. If California gets hit with a drone attack, it's probably from us to build, not us, but from the creepers that occupy the government, to build support for a ground invasion and draft. Once again, this is not confirmed. Who fucking knows? But yet this administration has been so brazen and blatant with their actions to where like they'll do something like out in plain sight in front of everyone, and they'll brag about doing it too. And something like this is not out of the realm of possibility for any of these administrations, by the way. But the way that his administration's been so fucking blatant, you have to consider this. You do. I'm just saying, not saying this is the case, not saying it's true, just saying keep your fucking eyes open. If some sort of attack happens on either the East or West Coast, either one, be fucking Alaska for all you know, right? If something like that happens, and they instantly get on TV and say, they killed 3,000 Americans. We need to go to war. We need ground forces. I'm authorizing ground forces to enter Iran. You have to pay attention to that as a possibility. Not saying it is the case, just saying possibly. But let's get to the main event. Once again, I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to sit through. But, we'll play it until I'm just done with it, honestly.
I think it's evident that Dunn has completely lost the plot.
Well, there's a lot of people lost on the plot.
And Hexteth, too.
Well, they never had it in the first place, right? Those guys never had the plot in the first place.
Now they have no clue what's going on.
Well, I mean, devil worshippers are going to devil worship. It is what it is. But hopefully some people remember this lady.
All in for the demonic stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully people remember this lady. I remember her from back in the day, in the 2010s-ish time period, where, what was this lady complaining about? Militarizing the world. Police states. Rights being taken. This lady used to complain about all this. Naomi Wolf. Like, she used to do all that stuff. And then, I guess, something with Gaza probably broke her brain or something like that. Or she was full shit from the very beginning, possibly. Right? I wasn't some ardent supporter of her or follower, but I saw enough of her lectures and interviews. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Telling you about, like, the police and how they go from, like, simple handguns to fucking ARs and full bodysuits and yada, 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 to where the police became more militarized, to where they're almost like a external military entering a territory that they occupy now. That's what some of these, like, crime situations actually look like. And then also on top of that, the ideas of free speech and rights and what you're allowed to look at, what you're like, whistleblowers, on and so forth. This lady covered all this stuff, but now apparently she's in favor of what's going on with Iran. And I think she's in favor of what Israel is doing to Gaza, or at least covering for it, or, apologizing for it in a way, caping for it. So this should be interesting. Once again, I recommend someone, like, looking back at some of her past lectures about this, like talking to college kids and telling them, like, hey guys, like, when you give them like an inch, they're gonna take a fucking mile out of it. Pause. But either way, let's hear this out. Naomi Wolf, Derrick Broze debating about Iran and the U.S. actions against Iran and Israel actions against Iran. Here we go. That's fucking loud. Holy shit. Sorry, I was blasting metric earlier. All right, here we go.
Naomi Wolf with a very exciting debate today. And I'm going to let Mr.
Naomi
Derrick
Wolf
Broze,
is also a hot
my
mom. I
debate,
just want to point that out.
Opponent, go ahead and introduce himself, then I'll reintroduce myself, and then we'll just get started. The subject is the U.S. strikes on Iran, justified or unjustified. Mr. Broze, please.
Excuse me. Thank you for that introduction, Naomi, and thanks for having me on here. And for everybody who doesn't know my work, my name is Derrick Broze. I've been
Derrick is clearly a black man. We can't even see him.
Originally based in Houston, Texas, now living
in
Central Mexico. I write for The Last American Vagabond. My main website is The Conscious Resistance. You can find my journalism, documentaries, podcasts, etc. at theconsciousresistance.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Also,
And,
YellBro.com.
the
Don't forget that
reason
too.
we are doing this is that I was commenting supportively on social media about.
I just want to point out, like, I've done interviews in the past, and it's like, hey, say something about yourself. Like, well, I'm Jordan, and hi. Like, I don't know what to say in those situations. I think I just make it up as I go. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, go to my website. Do I have a website? No. All right, here we go.
The
just funny.
attack, President Trump's attack,
For me, it's
this
all awkward. I just
administration's
want to get right to
attack on
business.
Iran for various reasons that I hope to get into. And Mr. Broze was critical of my posts, and I'm old school. I don't think people sniping at each other on social media is really a way to understand anything or gain a deep recognition of multiple points of view, enhance our understanding that things can be seen from multiple perspectives, create our own point of view from hearing, a good principled debate. So I invited him to debate, and he kindly agreed. So we're going to go ahead and debate whether or not the strikes were justified. And do you want to begin, Mr. Broze?
Sure, that's fine with me. And yes, I just want to say I agree with you. I definitely don't think social media is the best way to communicate complex ideas, and much do prefer
Derek,
like this,
don't lie,
whether in written
Derek.
form or face.
I see Derek shit talking on the fucking in the Twitter sphere. Like, yo, you motherfuckers voted for him. I want to hear your shit right now. He's shitting on people, bro. Any of these like influencer guys that supported Trump or voted for Trump or campaigned for him that are now like, yo, fuck Trump, he's terrible. Derek's like, yo, you fucking built him up in the first place. We all tried to warn you. You didn't listen. I'm just saying. So, and there's nothing wrong with shit talking. I'm okay with shit talking. Yeah. Here we go.
Debates like this. So my basic position is that the U.S. getting involved in this conflict really doesn't represent not only what Donald Trump and his administration claimed to be America first. I don't think it's about actually representing or defending American interests, especially while there's plenty of issues at home that Americans heard Trump campaign on and that are not being addressed. And I also think it, in a broader picture, it really represents Israeli Zionist interests, not American interests. I think we have to take into consideration the fact that there's been no congressional constitutional approval for this conflict. As with every conflict, for the last decades, Trump is continuing that same practice as Obama and Bush before him, Biden, of course, as well. And that, generally it's not in the U.S. interest. There's a history of U.S. interference in Iran going back to the 50s, Operation Ajax, which I think is relevant in terms of understanding why Iran is the way it is today. And overall, I don't think Americans need to be dying for this conflict, which, as I said, seems to be more about Israel's desire for the greater Israel project and removing their claimed enemies than anything that represents American interest or America first.
Okay. Before Naomi Wolf goes, once again, Israel is intricately involved in all of this stuff, along with other nations, other countries are very much involved in all this. But it's not all for them. It's not all for Israel. People keep fucking saying that. I strongly disagree. When they say U.S. interests, it doesn't mean, Bob or Jane at the fucking local grocery mart. They mean their apparatus sitting in, heads of states and shit like that, bro. Like in the government. That apparatus. Yes, it does serve their interest. It does. Like it is what it is. I don't think you really see too often the U.S. government actually trying to work in favor of Americans, like regular Americans, their interest. That's a rare. It'd be hard to point that out, honestly. In fact, some things that look like positive might be distractions, put you to fucking sleep. Shout to Obama and Biden and Kyle Kalinske, who will whitewash it, and his fans that will whitewash with him. Say, look, it's better. It's better now. Those are things that could be distractions from the actual creepy, crawly shit they actually do. But either way, I just wholesale disagree that this is all about Israel, greater Israel project. Like, I'm sure the creepy crawlies over there in Israel, not all the people, but within their government, I'm sure they have their interests they're looking after as well. It's like, hey, my interests line up with your interests over there in America as far as the creepy crawlies. We can work together to fuck over the world. Let's do it. And then they do it. It's just my opinion. Whatever, but I get it's a very popular thing to say that it's fucking Israel. Jesus Christ, it's them. If they go away one day, even if you look at history before the nation of Israel existed, where do you go then? I'm still seeing the same creepy crawly behavior from heads of states or kingdoms in certain cases, right? But all right, here we go.
Gotcha.
Just a lame argument.
All right. Well, thank you for that. You've said a lot of things that you haven't presented evidence for, and I hear your perspective. I guess what I would say is that I absolutely believe that the strike is justified. I am also an America First MAGA Trump voter. I also agree with you that many issues have to be dealt with here at home, and that our first priority is looking after our people.
What happened to the
I
police
will
state,
note
Naomi?
that you live in Mexico, and I don't know if you vote in U.S. elections. Do you?
I've never voted other than when I was 18, and I was foolish enough to think that voting was going to fix things.
Well, if you don't vote, why are we having this debate?
I don't think one needs to.
I hate those arguments. I hate them.
George Carlin had it right. He said, you voted them. You have no right to complain when politicians fuck things up.
I hate that argument. That's arguments parents make. I've heard that several times from, at some point, they were adults to me, right? At some point, I've heard that argument too many times. Of hey, if you don't vote, how can you can't criticize really because you need to vote.
Yeah, well, that's my point. George Carlin, he had it right. He said no, you voted them in. So you have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, stayed at home. I had nothing to do with this shit you voted in.
Yeah. Well, there's just a difference between you're not active in all the stories and ideas and things that are happening in the world. If you're not active in it, you probably shouldn't be deciding what should happen in the world because you're not paying attention to it. But if you are consciously looking into something and paying attention to it, and it's I have a reason for why I'm not supporting any one of these candidates, right? An actual reason for it. Thus, you are being active in the political situation. You're not an outside where'd you come from person. You're actually active in it. So I hate that argument. Oh, you didn't vote, so you have nothing to say. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. That's some no offense to Naomi, that's some boomer shit, bro. It is. It's some boomer shit. But all right, here we go. I'm sure Derrick has a good answer for it.
Oh, he was actually pre-boomer, wasn't he?
Well, all right, here we go.
Well, if you don't vote, why are we having this debate?
I don't think one needs to vote to have an opinion on matters in the U.S. I mean, I think if your argument is basically those who don't vote shouldn't have an opinion, well, then you're talking to about more than a third of America, because there's actually more Americans who don't vote for either party, who don't participate in presidential elections, than there are that vote for either party.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it's a sign that more and more people are questioning these systems and realizing that there is a uniparty, including MAGA, including, the current establishment, the current administration, that they agree on war, they agree on surveillance, they agree on supporting Israel, regardless. I think those are things that more and more Americans are questioning. And that's in a large part why people, I think mistakenly, believe that supporting Trump and RFK and his coalition was going to lead to change. And now Trump is, very quickly losing that base of supporters who believed that there were going to be no regime change wars, as he claimed, and as many people who are now in his cabinet, including Tulsi Gabbard, claimed.
I guess I just don't understand how you respectfully can speak on behalf of Americans who are left behind, as you put it, by a policy of not putting Americans first, if you yourself won't put Americans first?
Well, I don't think this debate is about me or my personal life, but I don't see how I'm not putting Americans first. My family's Americans. They all live in the U.S. I did make a choice to leave the U.S., but that's really neither here nor there as far as why the U.S. should or should not be bombing Iran. I think that's kind of irrelevant.
Well, respectfully, I kind of think it's relevant because you're not in this country. You're not affected physically. You and your family, or your immediate family with you in Mexico or whoever you're
Fuck
with,
that.
are not affected by the threats.
All of my family is in Texas.
Everyone on the planet is under threat from your government. Fuck that. Sorry.
I agreed. I mean, I'd say, yeah, fuck country.
We all live in America.
Well, I'd
Rammstein song.
I'd personally say fuck America in regards to like the idea that I shouldn't care about what's happening in other parts of the world because I live in America or something like that. That's stupid. Or if I leave America.
USA, by the way. Let's not forget your country's not America, it's USA. America's a double continent. Technically, that guy in Mexico, he's still in America.
Yeah. True. But also, let's be real. I do like the obvious bad guy in certain scenarios. Definitely, you see the U.S., but let's be real. Seems like a lot of leaders from around the entire fucking planet, from countries we've never fucking heard of, are all a part of this as well. A lot of them are. I can't say everyone because I don't know everyone, but definitely a lot like Europe, a lot of South America, a lot of the Middle East. Are all working in unison towards fucking the world up.
The Five Eyes and Western Europe and Japan, and yeah, that's the empire.
Yeah, well, it's more than, dude. When it comes to like creepy actions being done around the world, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It is in China. Sure. It is in Russia. It's there too. It's in Africa.
There's rot everywhere. But the empire, it's the eyes. 5 eyes, 9 eyes, 14 eyes.
Fair enough, but like when it comes to what we're actually trying to stop, which is creepy behavior, that is just they're singing in unison. All these countries, their reasons may be different, but they're singing in fucking unison. The problem we want, like it seems like that, well-meaning people want to get rid of. It's singing loudly across the planet. It is a human thing. So thus, you don't need to be from a certain country to criticize certain actions. You don't have to be voting to criticize certain actions. Like this is nonsense art. This is after-school special kindergarten teachers fucking statements. They are.
I get you.
Yeah. It's like Naomi Wolf's like this is not going to go well for her. She's saying kindergarten shit, and this guy is saying basically what I would be saying. I think I'd say this kind of the same answer that Derrick Broze is saying. But yeah, good.
Also, she knows better. Like 3 years ago, she made some sense usually, but after Trump, she just what do you call it?
Brain rot.
There are two versions. Of what Trump derangement syndrome, TDS.
Yeah.
Those are all things in the world are bad in the world because of him, and then the flip side, I think he can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I haven't been hardcore following Naomi Wolf for years, but there was a period of time where I watched a decent amount of her content. It was mainly lectures and stuff like that. And I think there was a debate here or there with her. But either way, it's like the police state. It's like, you can't tell me, Naomi Wolf, with your complaints about the police state. There's no way you can look at the Trump administration right now and say that he's fixing that or making it less militarized. Like that there's no way you can make that argument, which means you betrayed your own fucking doctrine from why people even know about you in the first place. You betrayed it.
But she's like Kyle Kalinske in a way. Well, he also did a lot of correct stuff until he suffered from TDS himself.
Well, yeah. These are problems that happen when you don't learn yourself in the first place. You are bound to be a victim of the times. Kyle seems to be like that. This Naomi Wolf chick seems to be like that. I mean, what a stupid argument. You didn't vote, so thus, who are you to criticize? Why are we having this debate? You're telling me, like, fucking foreign policy doesn't affect everyone everywhere? Of course it fucking does. Whether you vote or not, it still affects you. What are we fucking talking about?
Another line I love that people use is, well, why don't you run for office then? It's so bad.
Exactly. Although, vote for YellBro. YellBro 2028. Vote for me for president. All right, I have to leave and come back real fast. Hold on. I am always. All right, here we go. This is gonna be it. I don't see how long this video is gonna last because right now I'm hearing kindergarten shit from Naomi Wolf. This is not gonna be nice. There we go.
Is attacked, or if there's a draft or anything relating to war, my family would be directly affected by it. And again, I mean, if you want to deflect the issue to where I live instead of rather talking about Israeli influence over American politics, I mean, we could do that, but that's definitely not why I came here. And I don't think that's what the focus of the debate is or why people are listening right now.
No, well, that's certainly not, my intention obviously is not to deflect, but to me as a patriot and as someone who does put America first, the basis of my argument that these strikes were absolutely necessary to protect the American people comes from my being in the, in the game and not abandoning this country and living here, wanting to make it better, working to make it better. And I vote, and I go to a lot of trouble to vote because I know as a former political consultant that if people don't vote and if people leave this country and talk about it, in the safety or security of other nations that are not targeted, by our enemies that we're targeting the United States, it leaves our country weaker. So that's why.
Well, Mexico is absolutely affected by U.S. foreign policy and what happens in the U.S. 100%. I mean, I'm not thousands and thousands of miles away, and nevertheless, again, we could talk about the value of voting in politics if you want, but that's not really why I came here. But the idea that voting is the only way for Americans to affect change is just, I think, ridiculous notion, and that more and more people are questioning that notion, especially after they voted for red, they voted for blue, they went back and forth, and now they're like, okay, well, either way, I'm getting more war, I'm getting more Zionism, I'm getting more outsourcing of American American energy and American, the economy. There's all kinds of issues we could talk about that. As somebody who voted MAGA, I'm sure you do care about, but I think that's really just an easy way for you to kind of avoid the topic. So I outlined my main arguments, and you said I didn't provide any evidence. That was an opening statement, so I'm happy to get further into them, but maybe you should outline why you do support the war or why you do think the US should be bombed.
I'm happy to, but before I do, I'm just processing, because a lot of people
trying to disqualify him before I even
will either be inspired by what you're saying or not, or inspired by what I'm saying or not. To me, it is absolutely fundamentally important that you left this country and that you're standing outside of this country, outside the borders of this country, outside the problems of this country, and, from a completely different country, like you left us, and you're, taking the liberty, which everyone has, of telling Americans what they should do better or differently. And to me,
I'm not telling anybody what they should do.
Let me finish, please, Mr. Broze. To me, as a patriot, our number one responsibility is to stick with our own country, defend our own country, put America first. If it's got problems, solve the problems. If this administration is not doing what we think it should be doing, we need to stay here and vote them out. We need to clean up our election system. We need to make sure our kids have enough food, make sure the schools are good, make sure the roads are good, make sure our borders are secure, and make sure our defenses are strong. And so to me, it is absolutely, of critical importance that a young, bright man like you, who once ran for, I believe, mayor of Texas or city councilor of Houston, made the decision to abandon this country. To me, that matters. Now, I'm happy to go on to my, opening statements if you want me to, but To me, I would never ever abandon this country, and I don't think anyone should abandon this country who's an American. I think we should stay and fight for it.
Well, I wouldn't frame me
Nonsense.
making a choice for myself and my family as abandoning, but I know that's helpful for your argument to frame it that way. I don't think a patriot
The little
would support
snipes.
war for a foreign nation fighting for Israel. And, as we've seen, U.S. soldiers, Marines speaking out saying they don't want to die for Israel. And, I think also if you want to stick on the point of Americans moving out of Mexico, moving out of the country, there's plenty of Americans who don't live in the U.S. who still vote. I'm one of them who doesn't vote because, like I said, I think it's a little naive at this point with everything we know to think that voting is going to fix things or that anybody gets into the White House that isn't controlled. So I let go of those childish things long ago, and instead I fight for my community. I would probably argue, and I think those who follow my work probably know, whether I live in the U.S. or not, that I do more than probably most Americans living there, voting every single year, every 2 to 4 years, to fight for the U.S. and to fight for individual liberty and for the principles of the founding of the country. So
why not
think
come
my
home and run
place
for office and actually serve your community? How does it help us to have?
You don't need to run for office to serve your community. There's many more ways to do that. I think this is a little silly, Naomi. I think that you're better than this to understand that there's many ways a person could serve their community that don't involve politics. You're right. I did run for mayor of Houston 2 times, not because I wanted to win, not because I wanted to be a politician, but to spread the message that I believe in. And I was successful at doing that. And I'm grateful for that time. But it also showed me how corrupted politics is on the local level, and how much Zionist influence is even on the long level. So I did learn quite a bit of that,
Derrick.
But it wasn't.
I was
with the
summoning you
intention of
earlier, but
becoming
you
a
weren't here.
politician. That's not my path. My
I
path
wasn't
is
here.
as a journalist.
Yeah,
as
they
an
made me watch
author,
that
and
stupid
as an
thing
advocate
again.
for real change within our own
What? Oh,
communities. And I
God.
encourage
From yesterday.
people
Yeah,
to
yeah.
their actions to
Holy
vote.
shit.
Yeah.
How dare
Mm-mm.
you?
Sorry.
Let Derrick speak.
I'm sorry. I'm having my own
We're having a
conversation
moment.
in the middle
Sorry,
of
had to
your
catch up,
real quick.
debrief.
Real
My
quick.
bad.
Just real quick. My bad.
On with Derrick we go.
Here we go.
Cherish every
By making themselves as
Every
free
moment.
from these systems as possible, because I think the more energy we put into
Derrick
these
some
systems that are
respect.
controlled by APAC,
Okay.
both parties, both
No.
major parties, then we're just wasting time, money, energy that could be better served elsewhere. So I'm happy to debate politics or voting and strategy if you like, but that's not why I came here.
Well, I mean, you don't get to choose in a debate what your opponent.
I mean, the topic is called debate on Iran bombings, not debate on why Derrick moved to Mexico.
Okay.
Damn.
I
bars.
think it absolutely matters.
Okay.
If someone who's debating a U.S. strike on Iran, who is an American, who says your opening statement is it doesn't put America first, you didn't put America first.
Okay.
All right, let me move on to
I'm
the
dead.
reason
I'm
I
dead.
do so.
Okay.
Well, okay. Let's be honest. She's doing kindergarten arguments for
Exactly. Yeah.
before the the topic even starts. She's doing it like, well, you moved to Mexico, didn't you? How's that America first?
Is that America first? It's like, what? Bitch, what? Excuse me.
How can you criticize politicians
What?
if you don't vote for them first? If you don't vote, how do you have like a say? You already like abandon the whole thing that gives you a voice. So thus, you can't do anything outside of voting. Essentially, it's part of her argumentation. And it's so kindergarten. It's like, okay, next, and Derrick
Why is
just
he
rolled her.
debating her on this? Like, no, like, is she?
I don't know.
I know her from her like feminist work, like from her like when she was writing about in the 90s, I guess. And then I guess she like her post-feminist stuff as well. And then now she's a health expert. What is she doing? COVID truther?
I don't know what she does now. I knew her from the militarization of the police and surveillance state and all that stuff. I remember her from that in like the 2010s-ish area.
Wait, this is Naomi Wolf.
Yeah.
You mean, are you thinking of the other one, Naomi Klein? Didn't she do a surveillance?
No, I'm thinking of this Naomi Wolf. She did lectures on this stuff, yeah, on the police
Oh,
state.
okay. No, I never watched. Mm-hmm.
That's what I knew
I
her
just
from.
remember her like 90s stuff.
Fair enough. I've heard hints of that, but I didn't really look into that stuff. I just heard more of the, our world is crumbling. Look what they're doing. They're fucking training police like they're military, and they're used against us, right? And now she's a full-blown Trump supporter, which makes no sense considering what he does, what his administration does in regards to militarizing the police. like blatantly.
Mm.
In fact, he just puts the military on the fucking streets, straight up. And I guess she's okay with that. But this debate's supposed to be about Iran. Derek's he's rolling her. He's already rolling her.
Yeah, her dad is he's still working at San Francisco State University. Okay. Both her parents were like academics, I guess. That's probably why she went the route that she did. Okay. I did not know that. All right. Now I'm just looking at her Wikipedia. I didn't realize I literally only know her from like her feminist stuff. That's why I don't know much about other aspects. And then now her COVID skepticism.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I genuinely don't know
the
what
beauty
happened.
myth. Yeah, the beauty myth. How images of beauty are used against women. Yeah.
Okay.
Her looks. Okay, you must be. So you're talking about The End of America. That's I think about the police state. So that was in 2007 that she wrote that. Yeah.
07? Okay. So maybe I watched stuff in the 2010s that was actually
pre-recorded. Yeah, probably about that. Yeah. Or probably about that. I think because that book is about the police and things. And I think she draws on here it says she talks about Stalin's Russia and Mussolini's Italy as well. In terms of like secret prisons, paramilitary, arbitrary detention, control of the press.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which might be Derrick Broze's interest. They're like, hey, you used to talk about this stuff, and now you're supporting it. And he's gonna roll her, except for we're doing this for Israel, right? Except for that part, in my opinion, at least. Everything's Israel apparently. And Zionism and all that stuff. Except for that, he's just gonna roll her though. It's just not gonna be close. But I'm still curious, so let's play more. Here we go.
Support this. You said that this strike supports Israel, and I would just note that the countries that Iran bombed include Israel, Iraq, Pakistan, Syria, Qatar. The countries hit by Iran in the last few years or via Iran-backed proxies in the region include Israel, but also Lebanon, Syria, Iraq,
got her notes ready,
Pakistan, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Yemen, Qatar, and ships in the Red Sea. And there have been condemnations of the attacks in every direction, by the way, including Cyprus, in the wake of our attack from Iran, from Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Jordan, Morocco, Egypt, Australia, the United Kingdom, and Pakistan. The United Kingdom, and even including the Palestinian Authority, which called the strikes from Iran on the Arab states a, quote, violation of Arab state sovereignty and
even
of
the
international
Palestinians.
So it's certainly the case that it would help Israel, I'm conceding that for sure, to not have a murderous, insane regime in the region building nuclear warheads or building nuclear capabilities that can go beyond civilian use. And I'll get into the evidence for that in a minute. But I think you have to know that all of these Arab countries who support, for instance, the struggle of the Palestinian people, also were attacked by this.
That's bullshit. That's either she's incorrect or she's lying. That's bullshit. I mean, it's absolute bullshit. There's pageantry because they don't want their own people fucking overthrowing them. So they'll say like, "Oh, we support the Palestinians. Yeah, a peace deal. Yeah, we like that." Meanwhile, it's just gonna be more subjugation of Palestinians, like blatantly. They'll say words out loud. They don't actually care to do anything about it. Let's just be honest. They're not in it like that. They're more worried about their own people fucking them over or fucking them up. Just like they told Trump, right? Before Trump made his trip to the Middle East, they told him like, "Hey, say some nice words about Palestine before you come here so that it's a little smoother of a ride." And he did so. Came back and then went right back to genociding. As soon as he left the Middle East, went right back to genociding. Right back to funding it, arming it, supporting it. Anyways, here we go.
Palestinian people also were attacked by this insane, deranged, irrational regime run by mullahs who do not make decisions about geopolitics the way that you and I might. And all of them, including many of Israel's enemies, united with Israel in condemning these attacks. And all of them were made vulnerable in a way that violated their sovereignty, violated international law by Iran attacking them. So all these people are now aligned in the region against this murderous, destabilizing, unstable regime that is building nuclear capability.
Whoa, all the bad guys are working together, so that must be a good thing.
They're capable.
Got it. Also, what she did not bring up in that whole little fucking speech she just gave, who attacked who first? Who attacked first, Naomi? Either from last summer to the new incident with Iran. Who were the first attackers in both scenarios? Israel and the U.S. Both times. In fact, the U.S., right, on the surface, over the summer, last summer, on the surface, they were actually part of the attacks on Iran with intelligence, logistics, defense missiles, on and so forth, right? But they weren't like, here's our fucking planes flying over and bombing Iran, right? So thus, Iran didn't attack the U.S. until what? I'm saying this for the millionth time, but just in case someone new shows up. Iran didn't shoot anything anywhere near a U.S. base until they got attacked by the U.S. directly, on the surface directly. Although Iran knew that the U.S. was a part of the Israeli bombings. This time around, right, the newer engagement, Israel and the U.S. both, on the surface, bombed Iran. Who did Iran bomb in return? Israel and U.S. bases in the area, and also did some things to destabilize the economics of the scenario, right? We can see that with oil prices and shit like that being fucked. But either way, it's like U.S. and Israel attacked first in both scenarios. So she can bring up all she wants after the fact, but that is the initial thing, and that's what Derrick Broze should probably bring up. Just wanted to say it before he did. All right, here we go.
Now,
she's still gone. Okay.
Let me talk about the nuclear capability of Iran. Under ordinary circumstances, I totally agree with you. You know, we should put America first. I prefer peace. For sure, there's a long history.
Those are words.
You and I come from a similar background.
Those are just words.
Exposed to far left analysis of geopolitics, what's really driving the world. I 1,000%, come from your worldview, and I've moved away from.
You think Derrick Broze is far left?
More. I used to believe that all wars, all proxy wars that the U.S. fought were, really just about oil or about capitalism and about greed, and really we should just make.
I used to be naive like you.
Holy shit! Yeah.
That's why I left the left. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you.
I used to have balls like you. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going with Naomi Wolf. You can say capitalism and say that's what Derrick believes. I don't know. I think that's part of what he might believe, but I don't think that is the whole thing that he believes in. But I'll say mine. The reason why these things happen, Naomi, is called mental illness. And it's clear as day. These people are out of their fucking minds. And they're stupid on top of that. So imagine you're dumb as fuck and you're crazy. That's what we're seeing. Dumb fuck crazy.
That's how Ivy League schools, Jordan.
Yeah. They learned a lot. They learned how to dismember bodies and keep their sons from fighting in wars. I'm sure they learned a lot in college. Good for them.
I saw that. Send Baron. I was like, oh god.
Why are Muzzies such faggots and cowards, though? Oh my god. You fucking niggers suck.
Oh, Harry.
And now to turn him down.
And he's here.
He gets triggered by that. That's why I keep telling him to get a mirror, but he won't do it. Fortunate.
What is there to be triggered by? I'm confused.
I don't know. I can't hear him anymore.
Get a mirror. Get a mirror.
All right.
Never.
Here we go.
Peace all the time and always use diplomacy. I think that's now a very naive perspective, respectfully, especially in the case of Iran.
You and
Iran
you lefties?
Respectfully?
Assembling a nuclear capability that not just the U.S., not just
You
Israel,
want to make your case
but
for someone
many,
being like
many,
Amy?
many allies
Here she
and
is.
non-allies
It's on a different side of the
very,
argument.
very apprehensive about. And you're younger than I am by a generation.
Age has nothing to do with it.
You may not know how dangerous nuclear warheads are. You know, a nuclear strike can destroy life on Earth for, you know, multiple,
That was an Amy line.
you know, and several nuclear strikes
Do you
can
know what
destroy life
nukes
on
can
Earth
do?
forever. So
They're
when I
dangerous.
say I support taking out a regime that was building nuclear capability that could
You know what you
wipe
can do
out the
with an
children
aluminum
that
tube?
you're invoking in your opening statement here in Brooklyn or around the United States, absolutely, they need to be protected from an unstable psycho regime that's building the capacity beyond civilian capabilities to take out their enemies with nuclear warheads. Because,
well, once again, someone pulled out of a nuclear deal. So as much as I personally wish people could see more of how, once again, I think they're mentally ill too. The leadership in Iran, right? It can be based on different circumstances in regards to like, oh, well, I had to do this because these guys are doing that, so I have to be like crazy like they are, as like a response. You know, it's still mental illness, still to me. Yeah, they pulled out of a nuclear deal with the people you're calling crazy, right? That you had actual oversight on. The U.S. had oversight on their nuclear capabilities, and then you walked away from it. Like, come on, it's once again as easy as it gets. And the Dr. Wolf here, once again, it almost sounds like Michael Tracy almost, where it's like all these details and very academic language, but then when it comes to like actual assessments, it's like, oh, they're just crazy psychopaths. Crazy psychopaths with nukes? Come on. You know what nuclear weapons can do? It's like, yeah, lady.
Don't be so naive.
You're young. You don't understand what nukes can do. Have you seen a fucking nuke go off, lady? Other than film footage? You're in the same boat as we are. We watch film footage and hear stories about it. We don't directly see those things, right? And most people do understand. That's why they're called nukes in the first. It's a name that like it rings bells if they're brought up. Nukes. It means like even dumb gamers know this shit, bro. When they hear a nuke, they mean like, oh, that means like giant and right. That means like a big thing. It's important. I think everyone's aware. Condescending wolf.
Condescending.
All right, here we go. It's like, come on, you sound like a fucking kindergarten teacher saying shit we fucking know about. He already rolled you in the intro. He rolled her. And it's like, what's it scream? It screams dishonesty, doesn't it? It screams it. It screams it. But all right, here we go.
Because they will use it. They've shown that they will use indiscriminate force. So
yet the only country that's used a nuke is America.
I'm sorry, our allies have said that Iran should never be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. Macron said Iran's nuclear escalation threatens the stability of the entire region. That's France. That's not Israel. The German foreign ministry said Iran's enrichment levels are far beyond any credible civilian use.
These are all words, by the way.
I understand what that means, Mr.
Yeah, shout out to the Kyle Kalinske. They said they're not a fan, so okay, fair enough. But the person that commented on a video I did about Kyle Kalinske that told me like, well, he's ruining relationships with other countries, right? Trump is ruining relationships with our allies. I'm like, the other criminals? Is that what you're actually worried about? Because Kyle seems to be worried about that, by the way.
Hey,
the other criminals? Okay.
I'm for kind of a Keynesian Second Amendment where we give everyone a tactical nuke the day they reach 18. Here you go. Protect your
world fixed. There it is.
Everybody keep going.
That'll totally work out as planned.
If your neighbor pisses you off, you know what to do.
Nuke him.
RSFO, I got a question. I got a question for you, RSFO.
Yeah.
Are there any good politicians?
Yeah, but they're rare. They're so rare they're banned from running for office. So
You get an F, my friend. I give you an F on that answer.
Why?
Maybe
An
they're
F.
the nukes. Sorry.
I got an F. I got an F for that. Okay.
Anyways,
Disagree.
yeah, for the Kyle fans or Kyle commenter people, like she's bringing up how they're in support. It's like, once again, they don't have to shoot the bombs themselves. If you give verbal rhetoric support for things, you do the propaganda for it, it'll lead to something at some point. And you can see that based on the leader she's bringing up. Like, see, Macron said this, the German chancellor said this, the fucking British guy said that.
Oh yeah, she's spinning a tale. Yeah, she's doing the ideological work, like the facilitator for the fucking the people who use violence. Like they need that. They need people like that, like her.
Yeah.
To kind of, to massage people's, I guess, morals or just kind of like decision making. Like, no, they can't be reasoned with. No offense, Gross, but I'm going to call you out. But it's like that idea of, they can't be negotiated with. They're crazy. Like they're like, what was it, James? Go ahead.
They're too far gone.
Yes, they're too far gone.
It's like, huh?
Kobe Bryant, up high and down hard. No regard for human life. There are a bunch of Kobe's over there, apparently. But yeah, once again, her rattling off these names that we're giving, once again, rhetorical rhetoric fucking statements that support the events we're seeing play out, which means they're okay with it.
Yeah,
they'll,
and then watch how she's,
but,
she's and watch how she's also talking about how like Macron and all these other liberal people she probably would usually dislike, right? If it has to do with like Russia, Ukraine, or like, but now it's like, no. Now I agree with the quote unquote liberals that I've been disagreeing with. It's just interesting. That's all.
She's saying even these guys support it. Mm-hmm. Even these guys, even the Palestinians, they don't like what Iran's doing. Even the other Arabs, don't like what Iran's doing. See? And it's like kindergarten-ass shit. And Derrick Broze like...
You're like, let me not be mean to this lady. Like, let me not fucking disrespect this woman who's probably old enough to be my mom. No offense. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, he probably doesn't want to disrespect her.
He might get... I've already heard some sarcastic side comments. He might...
But he won't, like, outright insult her. Yeah.
No. He'll talk peacefully, but you'll hear the snipes. You'll hear it in some of his statements. But, all right. Let's keep playing. Here we go.
Broze. It means they're building for attacks. The House Foreign Affairs Committee said Iran's nuclear program poses a grave threat to global security and an completely...
You're listing criminals as your appeal to authority. It's crazy.
The IAEA, which monitors
we found about them
energy
too.
Escalation, the International Atomic Energy Agency's Director General Rafael Grossi said Iran has enriched uranium to near weapons grade levels and has enough material for several nuclear weapons if further enriched. And in addition to that, a really important book that I recommend that you read by Jamie Glazoff called United in Hate documents that Venezuela, which you may know President Trump also just struck and did a regime change, much as we don't like regime change unilaterally. Venezuela was working with Iran to get the materials for them that would further enrich their uranium, further build their capacity to take us all out with a nuclear warhead. So
once again, shout to Bill Hicks. On the surface, it looks like pick up the gun. Pick up the gun.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm looking up this guy's book that she just recommended, Jamie Glazoff, the book that United in Hate. It's basically, the entire book is about how academics like Noam Chomsky and presidents like Jimmy Carter and directors like Michael Moore have found common ground with Islamic terrorists. I just want to put that out there. That's
The jihadi revolutionary Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Noam Chomsky, and Jimmy Carter, by the way,
yeah.
Jimmy Carter. Oh, and Ted Turner too.
At the WCW. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, just want to put that out there. So United in Hate. Thank you,
Billionaire
Jamie
Ted.
Glazov. Just
pick up the gun.
Yeah, it's about the hard left, So, okay, fair enough.
Well, mister, I don't want to pick up the gun. He picks up the gun. He's like, y'all saw it. Y'all saw it.
I know, right?
He had a gun.
That's Bill Hicks. I love it. But who is the hard left? Is that the Michael Parenti?
You all saw it. He had a gun.
Who's the hard left? Is that Michael Parenti? Black Panthers? Or what?
I have no idea. Well, he calls himself this Glazov person that she just cited. He calls himself an uber conservative warrior. That is what he calls himself. Is not my name for him.
Him in his Spider-Man undies at night. Yeah, sure, bud. You're a fucking warrior, aren't you? Weirdo. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah.
No, romancing the jihad. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is crazy. Romancing the jihad. National Review. Okay. All right. So.
I mean, can you speak of a more a woman of the times, as good as the world around her, screaming police state when it's Bush and Obama, and screaming America first when it's Trump, doing the very thing she complained about in the first place, whatever decades ago. It's incredible. Incredible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's writing about even Venezuela. He's talking about Answer Coalition, MoveOn.org, and how they are sympathizers of the Islamist and Stalinist regime, and in North Korea, like the North Korean regime. They are supporters of Venezuela. Yeah. So disgusting.
When I hear certain rhetoric, I almost want to skip over the topic and get right to the person. Like, are there any reservations about what you believe in here? Is there any, hint of a doubt? Like, man, maybe I got this wrong at all. I want to get to the human level, just to find out, okay, are you a liar? Because if we can't get, that's what, in my opinion, Derrick Broze should be thinking about right now. Like, are you a liar, lady? Because it's your answers are going so far in a direction, it's hard to believe that it's actually about America or even self-preservation. It sounds quite a bit like talking points and propaganda. So thus, I want to find out if that's the case. I'd almost say fuck Iran. Let's talk about you. Who the fuck are you? Why are you here? Where'd you come from? Why do you say the ideas you say? Really, truly. We catch you lying there, and it's why should I listen to anything you fucking say in regards to any of this stuff? Because it could be built on a lie in the first place. Honestly. That's why I think Dave Smith should be doing in all his fucking debates, but he's not going to do it. He's going to try to win. I think Derrick Broze should do it here. Listen, we can argue Iran, but you're just going to say talking points to me. You're going to say U.S. government filtered fucking answers to every question I ask. So you know what? Fuck that. Let's go to you as a person. Are you a fucking liar? Hey lady, you liar? Let's look into that. Let's ask questions that dig towards that answer. Because once again, the lovers have to love them more than they love themselves.
They do?
We have to fucking deal with that. We have to deal with fucking liars. Shout out the metric. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm sorry. The last thing I'm going to say is he's also part of this thing called Counter Jihad, where they are basically...
Counter Jihad? Did I hear you correctly?
I'm just fascinated by
Stopping
this
the
guy.
jihad.
I'm just in the Jamie Glazov rabbit hole right now. But yeah, Counter Jihad. It's a.
Is it a handbook or something? What is that?
No, it's a think tank type of thing.
Oh,
where
lovely.
Good. Yeah, with a bunch of bloggers, authors, demonstrators, activists of the Western world, champions of the Western world, who think that Islam is a destructive ideology, not a religion.
Yeah, it's trying to brain rot other people too.
And their symbol is a picture of a mosque with a red circle with a line going over it. Like, no, like stop the mosque. Like literally, it's like a silhouette of a mosque in a red circle with a line over it. That's their logo.
That kind of reminds me of Godzilla.
It's like why?
You can't see me.
Oh, stop! Please don't do that.
Just
oh, you have no idea.
Hey,
weird.
As someone I know from Israel, he said correctly that both Christianity and Islam are Jewish psyops, and he has a major point in that.
Yeah.
Depends on how you interpret things. If you're reading poetry, you're reading poetry, right? But if you're
Tommy Robinson's part of it. Tommy Robinson's part of his.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Boop.
Okay,
Tommy
found a node. Yep, Tommy Robinson. There we go. I was like, who? Like, is this guy?
No,
yep.
it is found.
Tommy Robinson. There you go. And the Geert Wilders, who's the president of the Holland right now, the Netherlands. Geert Wilders. So, Tommy Robinson. There you go. That's all I need to hear.
Special guy.
Rabbit hole finished.
Yeah.
Found the end. There we go. Found the node.
Did you guys hear about
the what?
Okay.
Did you hear about the new Ayatollah? The son, he said. I don't know if he said. I saw they were saying that he won't put any limits on nuclear enrichment.
Really?
I mean, Anthony, pick up the gun.
Well,
that's what that is.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah. But they have they are a nuclear threshold nation, so they could actually get a nuke within 2-3 weeks.
And that is why Naomi has a job. Shit like that.
In just 3 weeks?
They're weeks away. I mean, you mean like low grade, right? Not the full nuke that typically is
but
the nuke,
it's
right?
like but you got to have the context of they're already engaged in a war. I'm saying both sides, United States, Israel, and Iran. So a dumb fuck like Naomi's like, any atrocity done to stop them is like, hey, we're already here. Might as well go the whole way. And a lot of dumb fucks will follow.
Oh, that's Trump logic.
But the other side of the logic is, oh, they never had the weapons, but hey, you attacked them, so now they should have the weapons. So it's like either side coexists. They both need each other to coexist.
Hey, wait.
They have a symbiotic relationship.
They have a symbiotic relationship. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're pro-Iran or you're pro like your sentiment is pro-Iran, you have a symbiotic relationship with the people that are anti-Iran.
They need each other. They need that tension. Like
they
can't exist without each other.
That attack. They both have justifications for each side's argument.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Two towers of dumb fuckery. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yay.
And they're both talking outside their mouth. One is saying, "Hey, they had weapons," without knowing they had weapons, and the other side is saying, "No, man, you weapons, but now they're gonna make weapons, so fuck it." They're morally correct in doing that.
Yeah. Well,
I think Jordan's showing the contradiction on both sides. That's why you can't be like when there's only two sides, you can't be on either one.
Yeah.
On shit like that.
And there's never just two sides ever. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. When they put it in the box, yeah, when they make that illusion, that illusion, like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, I'm good.
Can't be for
Are you trying to manipulate me? Like, like this is this.
It's just fandom. It's for the love of the game. You being a fan for the love of the game.
And
like a sports match.
And because of selective starting points of history, you'll hear all the justifications on planet Earth.
Yes.
You'll hear them all. Is Harrison actually making points now? Because I'll turn him back up. Or,
No,
or is
not
he?
really.
You can't tell if he's like
He's talking
actually
about his white
believe what you're
nipples.
saying
Like,
is.
you don't want to hear.
Okay.
Harrison, bro.
All he's saying is nigger faggot. Got it.
No,
Thanks,
no, he's
Harrison.
talking about his white nipples, actually.
Thanks, Harrison. Fucking genius. Go find that mirror, buddy. All right, let's play. Let's keep going. Here we go.
Me, it's common
That is
sense.
Jimmy fucking
It's not
Dore!
ideological.
Yes!
It's not left or
And
right.
Alex
That this
Jones!
completely unstable
Can't
regime
wait.
run by people who believe more in an afterlife than in making things safe and secure and positive
This
for
is
their
George
people,
Bush time
which
period
I haven't even
talking
gotten
points.
into in this life. And have
Look at-
shown their willingness to attack
Muslims.
their allies as well as their enemies, indiscriminately, with no thought to what this will do to people like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates,
They're not-
Pakistan, right?
Does she think because they're all Arabs, they're all allies? Is she out of her fucking mind? Does she actually look at the geopolitical scenario over there? As far as I understand it, like Saudi and Iran, although they've been nicer externally with rhetoric, I'm hearing behind the scenes that they're not so nice with each other. She said, like, oh, they're all Arab and Muslim, so they all like each other. Like, you ever heard of the Sunni Shiite, dilemma? Or Wahhabism?
I guess
and all that
not.
stuff? Just like, oh, they're all Arab, they must be good friends.
Jordan, the
I
Japanese,
think there
the
might be,
Chinese, they're best friends. Come on.
Is she doing that? Go ahead, Hickory.
Not speaking for her because I don't think she thinks this, but I think there might be certain factions within like these countries that like each other, but I feel like the two most dominant factions of Saudi Arabia and Iran don't like each other.
Yeah, isn't that like the whole
yeah.
thing? They definitely. I've been reading that though, that there's like under the as you said, like behind the scenes, maybe a little more cooperation, but generally no.
I mean,
That's weird. They definitely are not.
and that's a good fair point with because I was doing like the on the surface kind of argumentation of like how they behave that we have access to, right? To say, I got God.
I think it's I think it would be intellectually dishonest to not mention that the one side wanted this one, or it's the 7th country on that list of 7 countries that Paul Wolfowitz and Netanyahu put together.
It's fair enough.
Yeah,
it's worth bringing up, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
the end all be all. I think it's part of something worth looking at. But if
For some reason,
yeah, good.
It won't let me turn up that one guy that just spoke about the Israeli thing. I was trying to turn him up, but it won't let me.
RSFO?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're on a mobile device?
No, let me know. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I can write you a summary later.
I don't know what I fuck up the Discord rules all the time, so it could be my fault too. I don't know.
Probably.
Shut up.
Jordan, you're fired.
You're fired. Anyways.
Wasn't hired.
Yes, you were.
No,
Anyways.
fuck you. You don't pay me for this
No,
shit.
you literally
anyway.
said that Allie and I can't be mods. So.
Yeah, we have no free. Yeah, so it is what it is. We have to.
Just so everybody knows,
Like,
all
Free
opinions
speech
are
again,
not
Jordan.
welcome. So.
You'll abuse.
I don't want my channel names
Whatever.
all flipped upside down.
How would I abuse that?
Jungle
shit,
Gym sex
go,
rooms.
okay.
Like I don't want to hear any.
Thank you.
It's jungle. It's jungle
Interesting.
fever. Boom boom room. Get it right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes
Point.
it, that
Sorry
makes
for
it,
expressing
that makes it-
creativity.
Point
Won't
that
that makes
happen
it
again.
better.
Anyways.
And we don't want it anyway. We're just stating facts. We don't want it anyway. It's interesting.
Don't lie, Allie.
Very.
You know what
interesting.
happens when you lie?
What?
Oh my god.
You know where you get sent?
Your observation is just very interesting. Like I agree. Fascinating.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonder what happens when we lie.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Me either. I don't know about
Then
that.
George Carlin said,
Yeah.
"What happens if we lie? Nothing."
Nothing happens.
Way to deflect. The point is, Sebs and I are deprived of being mods, and
Oh, it's
we have
fine.
the best judgment here. That's okay.
Well, I just didn't appreciate the reasoning for why we're not Muslim.
Right. It's very
Listen,
interesting.
if you guys are done trying to dominate my video, I'm gonna move on.
Oh my
now.
God.
You could give them a rule so they can.
What are you doing here, Jordan?
So they can
Thank
look
you.
inside the mod channel.
Thank you. With something.
To see what? Nothing.
Ox and I, we debate why and how we banned and unbanned Prop because he couldn't behave himself.
Oh my
love to
God!
see those
Now we're here.
conversations. I would love that insight. Oh yeah, you're whatever.
Anyways,
John
Cena.
Whatever.
What's the subject of tonight's video?
Oh, by the way, I hope more people will check in on Prop because he completely lost his shit yesterday.
He commented on my last video that I uploaded last night.
I haven't
saying
been
the
here
same
past
silly
couple
stuff.
days, so I wouldn't know what he's doing. Is he okay?
He spammed the
I'll be
living
patient.
shit out of our channel and said things that could get the entire server banned and our accounts deleted,
A
etc.
little much.
It happened.
All
That's
right,
crazy.
we'll discuss that off program.
I'll say this.
I'm sorry.
Something Prop doesn't know is that it's okay, man. Do your thing. It's okay. Let's keep it moving. In regards to Iran's relationship with these other Gulf countries, yeah, Naomi, well, I don't think that's something you can. And I agree with Hickory that there's nuance, there's factions, there's groups of people within countries that want to move a different way than what the main players of the government or country want to do. 100%. But to look at them as like, they're debating the Iran war, but Naomi Wolf is horrendous at this. What's
her position?
She's for it, calling them crazy Muslims. It's like crazy Muslims, so you can't let them get nukes, so thus it makes sense to bomb them. And Derrick Broze is going to roll her. This is already established. But we can use these things as a backdrop to say our own opinions, right? Of what we think should happen or can happen or whatever the fuck, right? Or the assessment of the geopolitics of that region and the U.S. involvement in it, or Israeli involvement, or any other country's involvement. But yeah, once again, I wouldn't call these guys allies because, well, they're Muslim too, or they're Arab too. They must be allies. That's some kindergarten ass shit that I think Naomi Wolf is trying to spin out here. And Derrick should have no problem just rolling her. Let's just be honest.
I mean, fuck, I could do that if that's her level of analysis.
I think anyone except Harrison could roll her on this debate. In this Discord, I'm very confident that every single one of you could roll fucking Naomi Wolf on this, except for Harrison. He'll be with it. Is Harrison saying words that are of importance, or is he just still spamming?
He's saying he's not going to let the Muzzies take over the country.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
he's writing on the wall again, even though he's the one that has to clean it up.
Just a mirror, Harrison. Just a mirror. All right, let's hit play. Here we go.
Also, a major power. They are building warheads and they've targeted us as the great Satan. They identify us, the United States, not us, Israel. I'm speaking as an American. They've said very clearly that they want to, wipe us off the face of the earth.
Sorry, the way she said that right there, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what Anthony was basically talking about, of like building these two towers of dumb fuckery, where when these guys go out there and scream, it's Israel doing it. Someone might view that as like, oh, you're saying it's Jewish people that are doing all this, and they may take offense to it, and they may plant their feet on their arguments, regardless of right and wrong, because the idea is like these guys, they hate certain ethnicities or religious people or whatever the fuck, right? She may take it that way, which can be honest, right? I think it's a dumb fuck argument, but let's be real. People fall for a lot of dumb fuck arguments in regards to their behavior and justifications for things. So when these guys go out there and scream, this is Israel's war, and say nothing about the U.S., she may see something like, I say this as an American citizen, right? Not as an Israeli, not as that. I'm saying it as an American. to make it a point because like she may view you, in this case Derrick Broze, as like, oh, you're anti-Semitic or you have some sort of agenda or narrative that you want to be built.
You're a secret Klansman or some stupid shit like that.
Possibly, right? And thus she plants her feet harder in a dumb fuck position. Or she could be a liar. She could be a liar. I'll leave room for that. But I can't say I know. Can't say I know, but I think maybe I'm say that. Let's keep playing, but just take in that what she just said right there, and like listen to the way she said it. Here we go.
Satan. They identify us, the United States, not us, Israel. I'm speaking as an American. They've said very clearly that they want to wipe us off the face of the earth, and they're partnering with Venezuela to take it even further. So they've been given the chance to de-escalate. They've been given the chance to obey the treaties. They've been given the chance to have their facilities inspected. This is, I don't know how familiar you are with the situation of nuclear.
I'm very familiar. Can I respond to this? You've been talking for quite
this was bad.
There's a lot to respond to.
This is bad.
Let me finish, Mr. Broze. But Iran did not abide by international law and treaties in de-escalating, bringing it down to a civilian level, and they were posing an immediate, imminent threat to life, in the Western Hemisphere, if not life on Earth. Absolutely, they needed to be removed from threatening all the people on the planet.
How long has Netanyahu been claiming that Iran was about to finish their nuclear weapons?
I really don't know. I don't really.
30 years.
Can I just finish?
I think he's been doing it for longer.
My concern is not Netanyahu. My concern is the United States of America.
I get that, but it's the same messaging. It's the same thing we've been hearing for 30
whether
years.
it's Netanyahu or somebody else.
Clearly have an influence on U.S.
been going
foreign
around
policy.
since
You might not want to hear about what he has to say, but he's
almost since the Islamic Republic was founded.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's just I think that shit really bears mentioning.
No, that's fair enough. Fair. All right, here we go.
As well as previous administrations. So it's a relevant point because you're bringing up all this nuclear weapons talk, and they've been telling us that for
nuclear weapons talk. The International Association of Atomic Energy.
Sure, I know. I heard the sources you made. So let me go ahead and respond. There's been talk of this for 30 years since the 1990s, and even just last summer, Trump himself, with the strike they did in the so-called 12 Days War, he claimed that they'd completely obliterated all of Iran's nuclear capabilities. But 1 year later, we're, I guess, told to forget that, or we're not supposed to remember that. So I have trouble buying this messaging from them. I don't think it's
either Donnie's a liar or the Iranians are the greatest builders
the first
of all
point
time.
You were making about how these other nations.
Mr. Broze, can I just jump into that? Because
I'd like to respond to what you said, because you did sort of a long monologue.
Oh,
a lot of things that I'm trying to remember, to respond to. So if I could, it might be easier if you take it point by point next time, because you did say a whole lot, and it's I'm trying to do my best here to respond to all the different talking points. Now you're talking about the various Arab nations who are condemning Iran's attack on them. And I want to make it clear, of course, I'm not here to defend Iran or Israel or even the United States. I'm not here to defend any government. As far as I'm concerned, I stand for the people of Iran, the people of Israel, the people of America who are against these wars and who recognize that it is only the regular people, the people who in the United States thought MAGA was going to be for them, who will suffer because of these wars. So I'm not here defending Iran or their leadership or their policies or any of those things, much more, any more than I'm defending the U.S. and Israel. But what I am saying is that, you talk about how Iran responding to the U.S. attacking, because let's be clear, it wasn't Iran attacking the U.S. out of nowhere. It was the U.S. attacking Iran, which we've since learned through Marco Rubio. He said that the U.S. needed to attack first because they knew Israel was going to attack Iran, and they were worried that Iran would respond to them and hit American bases. And so they said we needed to hit them first. There's no way we're going to let them hit us first. So Iran was attacked first. That's clear as day. I don't think there's any denying that. And in response, whether we agree with it or not, they're trying to hit as many U.S. allies and American military bases that are within their reach. So, talking about violations of international sovereignty and law, what about the sovereignty of the Iranian nation? I mean, do they have any ability to decide their own future? Obviously, I support the people in Iran who resist their own regime for their own reasons. Like I said, I support the people, but the U.S. government, the U.S. military is not or we're not intended to be the policemen of the world who go around and decide which regimes we take out, because clearly we're not against all violations of human sovereignty. People can talk about
He's gonna
the
pull it back to
Iranian
Gaza.
protesters being killed or rounded up and things like that, but then American foreign policy sure is pretty quiet about what happened in Gaza and elsewhere. I mean, there's selective outrage that only comes in whenever it
You're gonna
serves
trigger this
the
lady.
alleged American interests, which really I think are corporate interests and the people who actually run the U.S. government. It's not American interests like the American people on the ground, like the people listening to this. They're not being benefited anyway with
Agreed.
7 dead U.S. soldiers so far. They're not being benefited anyway by the U.S. bombing schools or hospitals or desalinization plants or things like that. And they're definitely not benefiting from Iran responding and bombing American bases. That's not serving any of our interests. So, you know, we're going to talk about Iran's response to that. We have to at least acknowledge that they're responding to what the U.S. and Israel initiated. And
so can I just ask you, Mr. Broze, if...
So, okay, he did what I was basically asking for. I'm not surprised by it. He's pretty astute. He's pretty sharp, Derrick Broze. Once again, I do disagree with the sense that we're doing this for Israel.
No, it's for American empire.
I think it's all of it. That's my answer. It's for all of it. It's for the crony, creepy crawlies of Israel. It's for the crony, creepy crawlies of the U.S., of other country, plenty of other countries involved in this, by the way. It's not just 3 nations.
You remember what it keeps saying about the truth about the United States' relationship with Israel? On everything that really matters, Israel is the United States, and the United States is Israel.
Exactly, but they're not. I absolutely agree. But the thing is that they're not the United States because they're not the United States. There is no flag, no creed, no fucking
flag,
religion,
no borders,
no country. It's these guys.
No
are
one
something
coat
else.
of arms, no one anything.
Exactly. It's me and my team win. Everyone else, who cares if they win or lose? Doesn't matter as long as we win.
What's that phrase I keep seeing bandied around on Fox News? Short-term pain for long-term gain. I'm going to invert that on its head. Everybody else gets to experience long-term pain so we can have short-term gain.
Yes. But
fuck off out of here.
But the real diagnosis, to me, the diagnosis is, oh, these guys don't care if you win or, like, as long as they win. Good. Thumbs up. Right? It doesn't matter if you guys suffer or you guys heaven or hell, doesn't matter. As long as they get theirs. That's the psyche I think is at play here.
Yeah. If this place falls the fuck apart, which given current trends is a when, not an if, they're just going to go somewhere else. Until recently, I would probably have guessed they would just go to Saudi Arabia or the UAE, but the army in Iran has demonstrated pretty well that those places ain't safe.
Yeah, they made them kind of market hells at this point, and probably going to continue that, probably. But a line from Jay-Z. That's right, Jay-Z. Heart of the city. Like, what you eat does not make me shit. I think that's their mentality. Oh, you won the lottery? You won $1 billion? Okay, whatever. Don't get in my way, though. Yeah, good for you. Just don't get in my way. Oh, you're poor and starving. You got nothing to eat. Okay, just stay out of my way, though. I mean, whatever. I think that's the mentality that's out there.
What I find to be the average case scenario more often than not is, oh, that's your one meal you could afford for the day? Give me that.
Well, if they need it, right? For sure. If they need it. But I do think subconsciously, because of the desolate, fucking barren land of their psyches, that they do subconsciously act these things out to make it the case externally. They reflect what's within themselves externally. And in a way, try to terraform what happens on planet Earth towards what their actual psyches are actually like.
Consequences be damned.
Yeah. and which is like it's on purpose but not on purpose type of thing, because the idea is like it's subconscious, right? Something's driving them in a way. But I have to leave and come back. I'm lagging. Hold on.
Well, yeah.
My bad, Joe. Start over. Good.
I was just saying they do that shit because they're fucking mentally disturbed and they want to take it out on everybody.
I very much think so. Although that is a lot of the planet. That is a lot of people on planet Earth. It's actually, that goes beyond people. That's a lot of beings on planet Earth. You ever see like an animal in the wild that experienced something like traumatic or terrible, right? Especially when it comes like, let's say like humans. They have a terrible experience with humans. They might lash out if they see a person. As in like a survival instinct. Right? Like, fuck, I need to like fight this fool or hiss at him or whatever the fuck to get them away from me, because I experienced something bad when it comes to things that look like this, which is humans. Like, oh,
Mercy from somebody who's never been shown any. How are you?
well, it's
Doesn't make it right. It just makes the shit predictable.
I brought this up before. I don't know if he coined the term, Artie Lang, but like, insanity is a perfectly healthy response to an insane world. And if you get what that means, it's like you get what I mean then. Like, it is what it is. You get what I mean, you get what I mean. That's
You
what
can't laugh and you're gonna cry.
It is what it is. All right, let's keep playing. Here's more Naomi Wolf and Derrick Broze running her over. Here we go.
Initiated.
Who's afraid of Naomi
So
Wolf?
can I just ask you, Mr. Broze, if Iran is responding to what the U.S. and Israel initiated, why did they attack Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Pakistan, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Yemen, Qatar, and
just point out U.S. bases and
ships in the Red Sea?
Point out US
yeah, I
bases
was gonna say.
You're talking about prior to this
God.
initial conflict?
Prior to this and now.
Prior
this
to
time
this.
around, they attacked.
Oh, okay. She meant prior to this. Well, once
Well,
again,
those U.S. bases
US
have been there
bases.
for a while.
That's a big part of it, is the U.S. bases.
Yeah.
Also, it's real.
One could argue that the whole point of those things is to surround Iran.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of the Gulf countries made deals with these other, like the creepers of these Gulf countries made deals with the creepers of other countries, and they see Iran as like a pariah. Like, let's be honest, for many years now. So yeah, they will take actions. They will. They'll try to help the Houthis. Iran will try to help the Houthis in Yemen, while Saudi's bombing them. They'll do that for sure. Even Hamas to some degree.
Hezbollah too.
Hezbollah, that's like an obvious proxy of Iran, but the other ones like seem more like ancillary, or like on the surface it looks like they're more separated, right? But like there's definitely some help there. Syria,
Hamzas.
Syria. There's help in Syria in regards to their what's for that was like a fucking military operation essentially, right? That was a fucking psyop on its own.
I got a strike on my Discord account for publicly saying I support God's party. I will not name them in Arabic. You have to translate that yourself.
Yeah. That's the other thing, because that is what it means. Hizbullah.
Oh, your Arabic is good.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah,
I try.
Well, I'm not gonna say it in Arabic because I already got a strike.
Already got a strike.
The thing is, those guys are mentally ill too. In my world, they are.
Well, I'm mentally ill too. So are you.
I don't think so, but I get it. I think what you're trying to say.
Okay.
But I don't think so. In my definition of things.
Okay, I'm not gonna diagnose you, but I'm clearly mentally ill.
Well, just to make sure I'm clear about what I mean, in regards to Hezbollah, just saying like the on the surface scenario, or even Iran itself, right? It's like, what happens when you beat a kid with a stick at 3:00 p.m. every day? Every day at 3 p.m., they get fucking whipped with a fucking stick, hard, and hurts really, really badly. Well, that typically, as a person, won't that you end up building like defenses mentally for those things, right? Which can become mental illness on its own, to where you devise a plan. Imagine like devising a plan to take someone out, to kill them, to harm them. I call that mental illness. I understand. I can empathize, right? But I will still call that mental illness. There's no way around it for me.
I get that. But I think I hate to state there are very many people who have little to no understanding of what or how Ansarallah and Hezbollah came to exist and how they're organized and how and why.
Oh,
it's so
fair
far
enough.
removed from what people think.
Yeah, because Hezbollah is they're a political party. It's like they have seats in Lebanon's. I think they call their shit a parliament.
Yeah,
they're having less.
They were born. They
there.
were born out of the resistance to Israeli occupation of Lebanon in the 80s.
Once again, on the surface, their kids beat with sticks at 3 p.m. every day. You see what I'm saying with that?
They're probably not the. They're probably not flawless in any way.
Well, it's still mental illness. Once again, if someone was captured, right, was kidnapped and tortured, I get why they might devise a plan to escape and kill that person that was kidnapping them. I understand. I empathize. But that is still human fucking brain rot. It is. Of a behavior that's like be contemplating.
I guess so. But
yeah,
you know,
it is.
I know there's some people here will claim they are pacifists. I'm not. And I'm someone who was
That's fair enough.
also not. Someone that I know was also not a strict pacifist was Gandhi. The guy was behind forceful nonviolence, which is very admirable. But he also very strictly said that if you didn't have it in you to meet violence with nonviolence, you better hit back.
I understand, but it's still someone else made you contemplate your worst behaviors. That is, sorry, they got you to invest your thoughts and time and actual actions into your worst behaviors. To me, that's mental illness, because the guys that are doing the stick hitting, right? The guys that are beating the kid at 6 p.m., they come from their own traumas doing the same thing. Their traumas led to them beating some kid with a fucking stick at 3 p.m. every day. And thus,
usually we would hope that there's some kind of explanation for it.
Well, I personally think it's internally, that's where the problem is, and that's where the solution is, personally, to me. That's my idea of things. And to just follow suit with what the quote unquote abuser is already doing, to like actually like you end up speaking the same language, actually, like become almost like kindred in a way. And it's like that to me is mental illness, and I can't take that back, whether I did it or someone else I know or love or whatever the fuck does it. Still the same thing to me.
Well, let's say I think we all have the privilege of not living in the shoes of the Lebanese.
I hear that quite a bit too, but that's okay.
They are forced to either just lie down and do nothing or
I hear
fight
that
back,
quite a bit too.
like the natives did in North America against Christian religious fanatics that invaded their lands.
Yeah,
I hear that quite a bit as well, man.
Put down the weapons and get slaughtered.
That is not my solution.
Back.
My solution is not sit down and do nothing. Not saying you're saying that, by the way. I'm just saying, like, just on its own. My answer is not to sit down and do nothing. It is to fight back. Just don't become mentally ill when you fight back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Where you want to meet? When?
What was that?
Let's fight.
Let's fight.
I don't pick on kids, dude. I don't do that. I don't fight children.
Okay. I'll meet you at the Empire State Building at the top.
Holy shit.
Well,
Tuesday.
I might
next
actually
week.
come. I'm very much likely going to visit the Chip this year.
That's not New York. That is Canada, unfortunately.
Yep, but I'm not sure. I'm afraid of entering your country.
New York is
Are you
southern
afraid to come
Canada,
to the
so he
United
is
States?
correct.
South Canada. I knew you were gonna come back and say some shit about South Canada.
Oh my
Violence.
god.
South Canada.
Phanogram,
Let's come-
metric. Oh, we're
I
so fucking
understand being
terrible.
afraid to step into the country, though. I do.
Oh, we're so burdened over here in New York. God damn, we just keep
Well,
winning so
Dustin,
much.
Will you come and visit the?
Terrible.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
I'll come visit Canada.
Yeah, thank you for Trump too. Don't forget to claim him.
And Michael Jordan. And Biggie Smalls.
Forgot about Trump. That's
Shit,
a great
keep winning, bro. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, it's like they always forget to claim Trump. So go ahead.
So when
and
guys
claim
write
your boy.
when they write like comic books, they're inspired by like
He
New
got
York,
kicked. He
not
got kicked.
the
He got
Chesapeake
kicked out of New
fucking
York. You
Bay.
don't
No
remember?
one cares about that.
What do you mean? He is New York. New York.
A
is
lot of
him.
people
I'm
care
just
about.
kidding. I love New York.
A lot
I
of
hate
people
saying
care
that.
about the estuary
Kind
that
of
is
troll.
the Chesapeake Bay thing.
I've never been to
Okay,
North
Michael
America.
Jordan, Biggie Smalls.
Like,
Yeah,
for real, he's not. Trump's
And
not
Michael
allowed
Jordan
to
has
do
also
business
played
up
for the
there no more.
Washington D.C. Wizards.
But his origins New York.
Thank
so,
you.
watch your mouth. Anyways.
Well, I think they're just
But what's the city that
Oh, shit.
Michael
Yeah,
Jordan?
yeah.
What is the
Right
last
here
city
at
that Michael
Congress.
Jordan played in? What is the last city Michael Jordan played in before he retired permanently?
Where was he born?
DC?
Wizards. Thank you.
Where's he
New
born?
York. And
Yep.
where did he?
Yep.
Where was his career? Just saying, in the career though, that part where
Nobody
where
cares about that, Allie. They don't live in the
Okay,
past. I'm
Seth,
talking about
do.
the
The people-
direct.
The people care.
Allie, please.
Fight.
Please
People
fall
care.
back.
No, I make your
DC
point.
claims Michael Jordan.
That's
The end.
fine. I mean, that's interesting. Really, I didn't know that DC was like,
They claim 40-year-old Jordan. Losers.
hey, everybody's blessed to have a different era, but obviously we know where the dominant era was. Nah, I'm not gonna fall back. I respectfully.
Nobody remembers that time.
They don't. What do you mean? That's unreal. I'm not.
Everyone remembers him as a Wizards player.
They don't, babe. No, come on. You don't even believe that. They remember him as a bull.
It doesn't matter what I believe.
If he's not
but I'm
born,
just telling
what's
you
the
what the people
point?
think.
So, like, shut up. Like,
Doesn't matter what I.
if he's not born, what's the point? So, like, both of you, shut up. We're moving on.
Whatever.
Shut to New York. Anyways, let's continue.
One day you'll win one of these subs. Today's not the day, though.
Out winning.
Their only wins. They have to turn on K2C. Their best friend K2C. They have to turn on
Then
him.
you got to pull out that. Then
Their only
Then
W.
you got to bring him into it. Sebs, you notice how when they lose, they always do that.
I don't bring K2C
Yes,
anywhere.
I have
You
noticed.
guys tag him. So like, go
I
ahead
didn't
and
tag
tag.
him
Go ahead,
for
tag
shit.
him. You're gonna tag him again. Go ahead, guys. Go tag him.
Now I'm being accused. Whatever. What's new?
Allie, whenever he has to bring K to the C into it,
Moving
that's
on.
like him showing us that he feels like he lost. So he's got to grasp at straws.
Yeah, I don't need your
Just
words
let
or
him
your,
do.
your actions. Show me what is happening. That's okay.
Anyways, Naomi Wolf and Derrick Broze. Let's continue.
Oh.
Here we go.
attacking. They're
And Cyprus.
clearly lashing out.
But
they're
is that okay
attacking
with you?
U.S.
What
military
about the
bases.
children in Cyprus? What about
Neocon,
the children in
Naomi.
Saudi Arabia?
brought
No,
the
it's
US
not okay for
bases.
me for any children to die.
Who
Like the
even is
children
this
dying in
lady?
Gaza, or the children who died from the U.S. Tomahawk missile hitting
I know
the
from back in the day.
school just last
was
week.
a-
None of that is okay with me. I'm not here to,
Unfortunate.
as I said, to justify or defend the death of children or any innocent people. But that's what is going to come with supporting war. That is what is going to happen as war expands. There will be deaths on
Hey,
all
guess what?
sides.
If you
Number
don't
of the
support war,
countries I described to
if
you were
you don't
attacked
support
prior
war,
to this by
children
Iran.
will still die.
If you don't support war, children will still die.
Yes.
Okay.
In places that aren't even at war.
But there is an idea of being preventing things, right? Like you're not gonna like, hey man, you can't stop cancer. Are you gonna take shots of Roundup? You gonna do that?
Some people would.
What?
Some people do.
Yeah, moving on. I'm onward. Here we go.
Come with supporting war. That is what is going to happen as war expands. There will be deaths on
Derek,
all
a
sides.
number of the countries I described to you were attacked prior to this by Iran. I'll list them again.
Yes, and the U.S. has been
Israel,
interfering in
Lebanon,
Iran for years
Syria,
prior to
Iraq,
this. This didn't just
Pakistan,
start last
Jordan,
week.
Saudi
I didn't even
Arabia,
answer that.
United Arab Emirates, Yemen, Qatar, and ships on the Red Sea. Iran.
Does she have them like in alphabetical order?
The U.S. has been interfering in Iranian politics for decades.
Did you notice that?
Did she wiki so hard they're in alphabetical fucking order? That's hilarious. He wikied that shit.
Wait,
friendly
wait,
too.
Lebanon. Okay, it's like wait, hold on. It went to Yemen. She did say Qatar last, so maybe the Q got fucking fucked up. She said that after Yemen. Anyway,
what do we do with this?
It was an accident.
Maybe she was like Tucker Carlson. Fuck. All right,
Fuck
it. I'll add him anyways. Puts him at the end. All right,
but it was an alphabet. I'm sorry. I just feel like can you just? Do you mind playing that just like really quick? Thank you.
One more time.
See, I know it's this part because she's looking to her right. She's looking at a list or something. All right, here we go.
And as war expands, there will be deaths
Derrick,
on all sides.
A number of the countries I described to you were attacked prior to this by Iran. I'll list them again.
Yes, and the U.S. has been interfering in Iran for years.
Iraq,
this
Pakistan,
didn't just start last week.
Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Yemen, Qatar, and
it's in Wikipedia order.
Iran was the aggressor.
The U.S. has been interfering in Iranian politics for decades. This didn't just start last week or even last summer. This has been going on
the U.S.
for
caused
decades.
Iran to attack.
I'm not saying the U.S. caused anything, but again, you have to, if you want to talk
Can
about
she stop? Why is
policy,
she?
we have to
It's like
acknowledge that the
incantations
U.S.
or
has
something.
a history of intervening
She's saying a spell
in foreign nations, including Iran, and trying to overthrow their governments, trying to install protests. Like, yes, there's legitimate resistance to the Iranian regime, but also there's pretty good evidence that through the National Endowment for Democracy, which we know has been an extension of the CIA, that the U.S. has also been trying to stoke protest movements there to put in a compliant regime. And even, Trump himself, they've said they really have no plan. I mean, now they got rid of one bad guy, right? Well, he's replaced by his son, who might be even more hardline. Is that helping the situation? Is that America first? Or is that just going to lead to more conflict that could last decades? Trump is saying, we're calling on the Iranian people, overthrow your regime. This is your once in a lifetime opportunity. That could lead to civil war. It could lead to more deaths. Like, is that what you
than an RKO out of nowhere
standing for? You think that that's going to help America, or that's going to help the Iranian people? I listened to your interview about United in Hate. I've read through that book. I understand your concerns about the way women are treated in Muslim nations and in places like Iran. I understand and see and recognize those concerns as well. But the U.S. bombing, intervening is not going to help. And as I said earlier, this is absolutely, whether you want to talk about Israel or not, this is absolutely about Netanyahu and the Greater Israel Project. Israel has been trying to overthrow Iran for decades. And of course, we could debate why that is. And
we keep women from having to wear hijabs.
But it's just the fact of the matter. So my view is that the U.S. should have no involvement in this. Isn't our
army
fight.
patches.
This isn't
They want a greater
battle.
Israel. See?
And again, back to the Constitution, which MAGA at least.
I think the whole talking point of the people, quote unquote, trying to prevent the whole Greater Israel thing, right?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like another man of the times thing, because I kind of feel like they won't ever be able to achieve that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, for these guys, will it matter? Not saying Derrick Broze, and maybe he's part of that too, but I think the mentality is, if Israel sees no resistance in the Middle East, they all become allies. Let's say that happens, right? They'll say well, in a way, de facto, it is the Greater Israel. They won. They got what they wanted.
And that's why they're trying to knock Iran off the board.
Well, I think it's multiple countries want Iran off the board.
I don't think they won. They just stamped on a landmine, field of landmines. Many of the
Iran does,
government dead. Yeah, Netanyahu's brother. I'm not even sure Netanyahu is alive. He hasn't been shown himself.
I've heard some things, yeah, in regards to that.
Well, his brother and a couple of the other people. Tel Aviv have been
allegedly.
But what's going on with Netanyahu now?
Allegedly, there's some ideas out there that maybe he got struck, or family members have been killed. Allegedly, there's a lot of hiding of photography and video of what's happening in Israel. in regards to Iran retaliation, right? There's a lot of quiet.
There's been a lot of AI manufactured stuff, even on the Iranian rockets hitting Tel Aviv, but there are also real rockets, and you can hear from all the pro-Israel accounts and the media like Haaretz, etc.
Yeah.
Something else to keep in mind is that there is a fucking warrant out for his arrest by the International Criminal Court. So I can't imagine he wants to be seen out in public in too many places.
He's also wanted for corruption in his own country, and somebody who was investigating him just got killed.
Yeah, that too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, there was where were they at? They were in a restaurant or something like that, and these guys just walked in, shot these guys, and walked out. No, like that's what the video. That's what I saw in the video. It was like a mayor of one of their
cartoon. We live in a cartoon.
Yeah, this guy just walks up in like a ski mask, just goes boop 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 boop, and walks away.
Bang, bang.
Which is part of my point. I brought it up in another video too, Arsova, where I'm like, is it really like it's Israel? Is it really? When someone just walks in, kills these guys, and walks away, like it isn't about Israel then at that point, is it? It's about certain individuals with, in my opinion, mental illness that are here to terraform the earth in their own image, whether consciously or subconsciously. That is my
Unfortunately for the rest of the human race, that trial isn't about anything that he's been doing to the Palestinians. It's about business corruption.
People often conflate the word conspiracy and so-called conspiracy theory. I don't think there are any conspiracy theories. Either a conspiracy or there isn't. But the world is full of conspiracies of powerful people who conspire to do things because they can.
Yeah.
They're a minority, but they have a lot of power.
Yeah.
I agree, man. It's just, once again, when it comes to like totems of societal speech, and I hear these things of screaming, it's Israel. It's like, no, not really. Yes, but no. As a state, yes. But it's usually a collective of individuals that have, in my opinion, once again, mental illness, that will work together with other mentally ill people from other countries to subjugate the rest of the world.
Yeah, in
because
US.
They get the win at the end of the day, in their minds.
The revisionist Zionists and the Christian Zionists working together for this project. The 7 councils in 5 years.
Yeah.
And they are really religiously believe that stuff. Like the people.
Oh yeah.
Hexeth, he religiously believes it. Look at his tattoos. He's like Anders Breivik, but he's in power.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
he's
how
no
much
different from Anders Breivik, except Anders Breivik, he had the courage to actually shoot these young people himself.
That could be believed.
I think.
Fair enough, but once again,
Hexeth is a coward next to Breivik.
Oh, I agree. But there's always an IQ testing that happens, I think, where it's like, let's say he actually does believe in that stuff. Something will happen, especially in the circles that guy runs around, Hexeth, where it's like, well, this isn't what we were talking about in our religious books or our religious beliefs. So we're like, but he still goes with it anyways, to where like it isn't about that thing. That's why like labels become such a thing for me personally, to where like in regards to like, I get why you say it casually, like then there's like actual diagnosis, right? To where it's like, if you say like Christian Zionism, right? There's some fucking grandma going to church saying, oh, when this happens over there, Jesus will come back, right? But then there's the guy who's like manipulating the grandma or trying to manipulate the grandma in order to get her to be okay with it. Like, hey, give your money over here and we can use this to fund this. And this leads to this. And then boom, events happen in the world versus someone who's like an actual believer. That is always different to me versus motherfuckers that manipulate and lie and cheat and shout out to Eddie Guerrero and steal, all that just to get like some sort of aim done, which has nothing to do with Christian Zionism, nothing to do with Judaism, nothing to do with Israel or United States or Iran or Saudi Arabia. It has nothing to do with these fucking nation states as a concept. It's more so about them as individuals and the other
like you're saying, it's
teammates.
self-serving.
Well, Jordan, it clearly has
so.
to do with Latino heat. Latino. Latino.
Imagine Netanyahu rolling up in the fucking hydraulic fucking lowrider, just like
I lie, I cheat,
I steal.
I lie, I cheat, I steal. I don't care if you don't like me. Fight me.
My guess, here's my guess when it comes to Netanyahu, Arzavo, is that guy is alive and well, but he's not where the bombs are falling. So like he has to stay hidden in the sense of that.
Some of these people, his own people, some claim were killed. That guy Ben Guir, or wherever it was, somebody put up a picture of him from his account, but it looks like AI.
You mean Itamar Ben-Gvir?
Yeah, I think he's
a
toast.
That guy's
already cooked.
Cool.
That guy's he can be sacrificed. He might be an actual believer. That guy might be a believer.
Hell yeah, he's an actual believer.
Well, and
those guys are allowed to be killed.
So they did. Idu Netanyahu, he did, or what?
I mean,
that's his brother.
Yeah.
Listen, Bibi's going to be in Greece with a green screen saying he's in Israel right now, but he's not really. He's just in front of a green screen. He's going to say messages and statements towards the
No, he's
world.
going to be in Cyprus.
But even if he's toast, there are other people who will continue.
He's in Barbados, just like chilling.
They love to go to Cyprus. It's one of their little nodes. Or he'll be in like fucking Malta or something.
Yeah, fucking Malta.
Just chilling, you know.
Templar ass.
Just waiting on the pardon to happen, and he's going to move on, you know. He'll be like, you know, I'm the most hated man in the world, right? Like, he'll be bragging about it.
Jordan, you know I'm the most hated man in the world, right?
It's like, hate, it was hate mean to me. As guess
you
what?
laughing at me,
I'm
Jordan?
living life. I'm chilling.
Do you not condemn Hamas?
Hummus is good, man. How dare you?
Ellie, do you condemn Hamas? Do
I'm
you
not
condemn
involved in that.
Hamas, Ellie?
I support. No, stop it. Don't put me in the middle of this. We're on fucking live. We're not live, but we're being recorded.
You stun locked her.
I
Awesome.
support the ruling regime. Thank you, Joe. How about you? What do you feel? Back to you.
So you do not condemn Hamas?
Fuck you.
Holy shit.
All right, a little bit more of this.
I haven't done that
I
in
want
a
to move
while.
on to another. Your BB voice is not bad. I'll say that. It's not bad.
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Not bad at all.
I gotta practice a little more.
It sounds a little Borat-like, so if you turn that down a little bit, I feel like you're pretty much there. Just a bit. Just saying.
Yeah, Joe.
Duly noted.
Joe, just murder some babies. The voice will be on point after that. I promise. Just kill some babies. You know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Off to the maternity ward.
All right, let's play a little bit more of this. I mean, yeah, all right, let's play more. Here we go.
Fact of the matter. So my view is that the U.S. should have no involvement, and this isn't our fight. This isn't our battle. And again, back to the Constitution, which MAGA at least pretends to care about. There's been no constitutional congressional approval. They tried. We saw the War Powers vote last week, and it got voted down by both parties. So Americans are sick, including Americans not living in the United States, are sick of both parties being a uniparty that supports war and that only benefits the military-industrial complex.
Right. Well, thank you for all of that. Let's just note that, you know, I generally agree that there shouldn't be foreign influence on U.S. policy. I agree that, you know, we should always put America first. I just think it's very interesting that we give the Ukraine $31.7 billion a year in aid to Ukraine, as opposed to Israel, 3.3 billion. Jordan gets 1.7 billion. Egypt gets 1.5 billion. Even Ethiopia gets 1.5 billion, half of what Israel gets. And Pakistan gets billions as well. So, you know, I agree with you.
Naomi, they're mad about the PR the rhetoric PR shit that's done for Israel. That's what people get pissed off about, Naomi. Like, let's just be real about this. They scream the money, right? Like, oh, $3 billion a year to, or $4 billion a year for fucking Israel. Oh my god, they scream that shit, right? But at the same time, it's like it's more about the no care about the PR of it, where it's like Israel does some horrendous shit and they get supported anyways. That bothers people. That's where that comes from, Naomi Wolf. It's
They get
not
supported
actually
because
about
of
the
that.
fucking money. It's not actually about that. Because we, let's be real. What would we say the other day, right? You have like, you know, fucking APAC or ADL, right? But then there's like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and
Honeywell,
Goldman
Boeing,
Sachs. Like there's like a lot of
BlackRock.
There's other
Shut
bigger.
me up anytime.
There's big names taking a lot more money for a lot less, right?
Yeah, and that's to say nothing of the technology industry that's fucking over there.
Yeah, it's just more
We got
of
Microsoft, Google, Palantir.
yes.
Again, shut me up anytime, please.
Oh yes, they are playing major roles in these foreign entanglements, 100%. But what I think people are actually complaining about is the rhetoric and the PR. Right? What's the statement? Israel has the right to exist. Right? Is like a statement that you hear 10 million times before, and people are like, "Why is that the case?" It's them looking at the PR of it versus the nitty gritty details. It's more so the PR of it. Like it looks bad. It looks bad. It sounds bad, and then you put it in context, or in tandem with the images that people see. Like, yeah, they're be fucking pissed off. But if they did it for Saudi Arabia, and you see like images of what was happening in Yemen and other places, you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Or UAE and what they're involved in, seeing our support for them in tandem with images of what they've been involved in around the world, like, yeah. So the problem is actually PR in a
Why
way.
the fuck shouldn't they be mad?
They should be mad. Yeah, I agree. They should be mad. But it's become like a totem pole, Joe, where it's like it's its own thing on its own instead of like assessing situations. It just becomes about whatever totem pole they're engaged in at the time, which screams man of the times, right? It screams that shit. You're as good as the world around you type of shit. You only understand as much as the world around you, which is sad, but that's what happens. That's what happens. And that's my answer for Naomi Wolf. But I'm sure Derrick, once again, the factoids will run her over easily. Easily. She's got nothing for it. Like, that's a talking point on top of talking points from Naomi Wolf. And they've already been, some random on Twitter already debunked these things on his free time. I'm just saying. Well, all right, here's more, I guess. There we go.
That there's too much lobbying influence from Israel, but even greater than that is the lobbying influence from Qatar and Turkey. So, this is, I think, a bigger problem than the one that you're identifying. You're singling out Israel as if it's not a much bigger problem.
Well, Qatar is in the White House.
Mr. Broze, I let you finish. Favor.
You talked over him, Naomi.
25 foreign lobbying spending. Saudi Arabia, 68 billion. China, 56 billion. That's on our elected officials. Turkey, 54 billion. Japan, 48 billion. Liberia, 25 billion. Marshall Islands, 20 billion. Bahamas, 18 billion. How much did Israel spend on lobbying? And they shouldn't.
She does know that Liberia was basically a creation of the United States, doesn't she? Please tell me she at least knows that.
Probably not, and I'll be real. I didn't know that. I could believe it, though.
Where is Liberia?
I could believe it.
It was originally a colony for, like, freed slaves to get deported to, because the U.S. didn't want to deal with the consequences of its actions. Shocking nobody.
I don't know.
This is the place where, when slavery ended, they went back to Africa, and that's where Liberia is.
Basically. Again, it was just another way for the U.S. to avoid dealing with the consequences of its actions.
Put your heels together 3 times and go back to Africa.
Shout the Chappelle Show.
Yeah. Who would have thought that a bunch of wealthy slave owners couldn't fucking live with themselves after they realized a little bit of what they'd done?
Well, all that says is like they knew what they were doing, or sorry, they knew somewhere in the recess of their minds, somewhere like this is not right. I think they realized somewhere, but maybe buried it, right? As most people do. Let's be honest. Most people bury their shit. And it ends up playing out in front of them anyways. Fortunately. All right, let's keep playing. Here we go.
This lady.
Well, that's usually why
There you
people
go.
lie anyway. It's usually because they know that it's not right. So there is,
Yeah.
like, to a certain degree, it's like, it is ignorant, but it's like, But you knew that
Jordan-
wouldn't be a good thing. So, like, that's why you have to lie about it. So,
That is a
don't know.
Stefan Molyneux. You've been watching Stefan? What's going on? Stefan Molyneux shit. How dare you?
I know
That's-
where you should go
that's
on
not an argument.
vacation to, Jordan, and don't come back. Liberia.
Okay.
Dubster,
Lady
if you go to
reading off
Liberia, I
all
will
these,
pay for the ticket myself.
Wait, but YellBro,
these-
he has actual native ancestry, doesn't he?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Mine's
Native
is better
African.
though. Mine's is better. My shit is better. No Jeep Cherokees over here. That is funny.
I'm gonna claim Vinland.
That's just like I'm Cherokee. I'm like,
Kiss
yeah,
the
Jeep
fish.
Cherokee.
Ride his beer, drink his truck.
What tribe do you say you were native to?
I don't even know the name, honestly.
Oh,
What's funny is I was
great grandmother Native American princess or something.
I didn't say that.
Pocahontas.
I was just at my uncle's too. He has some like sculpture things and like a bow and arrow. It's like, is that racist? I don't know. It's like a bow and arrow like above like a shelf or something like that, like hung up.
Well, every civilization
How
developed
is a
a bow and arrow
arrow?
at some point or
How's
another.
bow and arrow racist?
He got it. No, well, come on. Bow and arrow means
cultural
means
appropriation.
Indian, straight up, bro. And stereotypes. Come on, son. Or like how, right?
You know,
But
where
I
I'm
have
from,
no clue.
it's not politically incorrect to dress up as cowboys and Indians.
Well, you know what? I don't disagree.
Right.
No.
And
You know
we'll
We need
worry
more
about
cowboys than
culture
Indians.
appropriation. We'll worry about culture
Picturing when people
appropriation
dressing up with that.
when black women stop fucking straightening their hair. All right? Yeah.
Whatever.
So wouldn't white women have to stop
I'm trying to
straightening
give
their hair
charity,
too?
Dubster. It's just like you're not helping me out, man. I'm trying to give charity here.
That sounds
You're not
like
helping
some.
me.
So can white women with
Jordan,
curly
doing the
hair
good
also
work.
straighten their hair or no?
I'm trying.
You're thinking India because that's who the black women buy their hair from is Indian women.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm talking about you're saying that black women can't
or
straighten their hair.
horses.
So can white
Yeah,
women
if-
also straighten their hair or no?
No, if your
curly.
hair's not straight, you're not straight. It's culture appropriation. I mean,
Well, on the
that's
body,
the arguments
by
you
the
want
But
to go
so
with.
if you're a white lady and you have curly hair and you straighten it, is that allowed? Is that appropriate?
Don't take my flat iron from me, Seth.
No,
Don't do that.
no, that would be no. That would be no, wouldn't it?
Okay,
do you
so white
straighten
people
your
can
hair
also
on your
appropriate.
balls?
Okay.
No, nobody can cultural appropriate. We can't braid our hair.
So can
Y'all can't
women
fucking
with straight
straighten
hair
yours.
curl their hair? Are they allowed?
No, didn't you hear me? Nobody can change their hair. That's the fucking rule.
But you were talking about black women specifically, so that's why I was curious.
My
as to
sister-
Because
my
why.
that's
sister
who
doesn't do
fucking
anything to
does
her
it at
hair.
an astronomical proportion.
Other
My
than
older
like a
sister has curly
comb,
hair.
my sister can have straight hair.
She's European.
But that's our Native American shit, I guess. Right? Whatever. Why am I talking about hair? Not the Chris Rock.
I don't know, because Dubster's mad about black women
Culture-
buying hair. I don't know.
Yeah, culture
Yeah.
appropriation applies across the board, right?
So black women are the only ones who wear extensions. Okay, got it.
Dubster, stop
Who
sending me
said
rap
that?
music, okay?
Who the fuck
That's
said
You're
that?
culturally
Only
appropriating.
black.
Leave Tom McDonald out of your fucking mouth. cultural appropriation.
You can stick with Michael McDonald.
All right, let's keep playing. Here we go.
Do it. I agree with you.
Guess the black lady hurt
$17 billion.
Dubster's
They're way
feelings.
down at the bottom of the list below the Marshall
He's not invited
Islands
to the
and the
cookout.
Bahamas. So if you
That's
care about this
sad.
country, come back to America.
when they
help
fucking
me
robbed the
pass
store, and it is
legislation
fucking
to
hurts my
ban
feelings.
foreign influence of any kind on our elections, but you won't do that.
Did
Now,
Marco Rubio say he bombed that the U.S. did this for the Marshall Islands or for
I'm
Israel?
sorry?
Did Marco Rubio say that the U.S. was doing this for the Marshall Islands or for any of those other nations you meant, or for Israel?
I mean,
Here comes the towers
don't
of dumb fuckery.
think that that's the point that I'm asking you to call attention to.
Well, you want to talk
Can
about
I
all the
just
funding
finish?
elsewhere, but
Can I
again,
just
clearly
finish?
Israel has an outsized influence.
But I just
I don't think so.
showed you that Israel is at the bottom of the list of people.
You pulled up one metric that really.
Good.
Well, Jordan, I think he
Her
means
naming off all these. Wait. Her naming off all these like lobbying things. All this proves is that our politicians are whores and prostitutes, and our elections are auctions. That's literally all that proves. It's not. Does Israel have more influence? Does Qatar have more influence? It's like it doesn't prove that. That's all it proves is that our elections are auctions.
Yeah.
I love that point, Hickory. But look at Derek's response to it is like, well, Israel has more influence. That's his response. They'd be like,
But they
wait a
don't-
minute.
But
So they're all
wait,
corrupt.
IPAC is the biggest lobby, but it's not. It's IPAC is an American and Israeli lobby, both.
It's not the biggest lobby. The biggest
They're not-
lobby
they're
in the
not even
United
top
States
20.
is the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce is the biggest lobby in the United States. Always has been. It's business. Always will be. So just saying, it's not APAC.
Okay.
I
don't get.
I think it's a bunch of
What's
things.
Chamber of
the, po-
Commerce.
what are
Can
we?
you post that
what
somewhere?
What is
anyway.
Chamber of Commerce buying from the government besides being like
Everything.
a gathering of
Literally,
businesses?
it's all businesses, small and big.
They buy
know, but,
legislation, Dubster.
Like
It's in every county, in every state, in every district, everywhere. That
I
is your
got that.
biggest
I
lobby,
understand.
not
I
APAC.
understand that, but I mean, like, what do they need money for? Like, functionally as an empty building until two people discussing business come in. Like, what
Buy
is Chamber of
legislation.
Commerce in the
Holy shit.
in the sense that you're talking about?
All APAC does
What
is
it-
business
what it-
as well. What are you talking about? They all do the same shit. What do you
I'm
mean?
trying to I'm trying to ask you.
It's
like,
all
Where
business.
does?
Which is
Oh my God, woman! Listen to what I'm trying to say.
Okay, my bad. Good.
What, like, what is the exchange? What is being exchanged for Chamber of Commerce? What do you mean?
Policies, deregulation,
Yeah.
But isn't that
everything
an
that has to do with business.
Hold on. Isn't that an industry that operates in Chamber of Commerce coming in and saying, "Hey, government, I would like to lobby you for whatever reason"? Like, why is it Chamber of Commerce and not just somebody of an industry?
Because it's easier for them to negotiate as a block. And they know that. So that's a decentralized system.
Yeah, it's a Hydra.
It'd be both.
But it's also mostly controlled by big business. Because there's a difference between mid-sized mom and pop and just regular businesses and big corporate business, which is also part of that. So
But okay, so let's
those
say
are also like Lockheed Martin. All these are businesses. They're part of the Chamber of
Okay.
Commerce.
let me ask this then.
Yeah.
Are you kind of saying like let's say there's two steel companies. We all know of like Carnegie, but let's just say there's another one too. I just don't know steel business names. But let's say there's two of them. They don't want to admit they're working with each other. They go to Chamber of Commerce. They get whatever's called Chamber of Commerce to do the lobbying.
No, they can just be part of it in terms of like they give money. Like they're a
union.
member and they can pay their dues or pay their money or whatever it is and then have influence based on like who, like it depends on like which district, right? Because like the Chamber of Commerce exists everywhere. So it could be like a county, like Montgomery County has a Chamber of Commerce. So they do their thing. They have their little gatherings and things, but it's like all of the business people, the developer, everybody who needs money or invests money or is involved in any kind of like biotech business, anything. They're all there.
I
And
got
they're
you
all at
on
their like
that, but I
galas and their
just,
dinners, and they have their politicians there as well. Jamie Raskin. I'm just saying
I
that's what it
can't
is, and
wrap
that's
my
every
head.
county in every state.
I just can't wrap my head around just
You know
calling
what
it
devil
Chamber of
worshipping.
Commerce because it's every business. So, like, yeah,
But
they're
they all,
doing stuff
but it
within.
all does the same thing in every county in around this country.
But hold on, if I walk into Chamber of Commerce, I do not have to pay anything. As long as there's a meeting going on of some topic, I can just go.
No, you have to pay. No,
I don't.
It's
I'm on
not
Chamber of
free.
Commerce.
Yes, even to go to a gala
I've
or
had
anything, you have to buy a
I've
plate.
had many.
You have to buy a plate.
Okay,
Not
okay. I
free.
haven't gone to a gala. I've gone to meetings where it's like for investing.
Yeah, there's also meetings, but then there's also like events and things that they'll do with the politicians and
Okay.
things.
The galas
Yeah.
and the fundraisers are where the real decisions get made.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's the real, like those are the people who are actually controlling policy, especially on the local level, which trickles up, like just depending on, but like that's who has the whole, not fucking APAC. Are you fucking kidding me?
But
APAC.
here's my
But anyway,
kind of
APAC
counter argument.
is an
I don't think it's a
off-growth.
counter argument. I think we would agree on this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you get rid of the Chamber of Commerce, the problems don't go away.
no, they don't. They don't.
It's
I'm
just
just saying,
kind
like,
of like
if we're going to
the
be
thing.
accurate, though, in terms
Yeah,
of
no,
like,
fair.
who
Yeah,
has,
okay.
yeah.
We are saying the same
But
thing.
I
Okay.
agree with you. Yes, it would still exist.
Yeah, and
The thing that we're dealing with.
Actually, let me ask this for the whole room. This idea that because that's a big thing for people on social media right now, right? Is the Israeli lobby, APAC, whatever the fuck it is, whatever names or whatever you want to attach to it, but the idea of like Israel having extra influence, is that a thing in people's minds in this Discord? Like, what do you think? Anyone?
I think they have I think they have an outsized amount of influence because they control an outsized amount of capital. That's really it.
People definitely got Izzy on the brain. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is depressingly simple.
Absolutely disagree with both of you. I disagree. I don't think it's about. I don't think they have like extra influence. I think it's more in what they say, like U.S. interests in regards to the U.S. Right? I think it's actually
no,
like,
I'm saying
not
like
our
the way
interests,
people
but
perceive
their
it.
interests. Oh,
I'm talking about the way that people perceive
no, I don't mean
it, though.
perceptions of what people think. I mean like
Oh, okay. I
what
thought
do you
that's what you
think
were
is
asking.
my bad. What do you guys think is like is Israel the biggest influence in the U.S. government in regards to let's say foreign policy? Is it?
Well,
I think so.
I'm on the record. I'm on the record numerous times saying that Israel is basically just a proxy base for the U.S. to destabilize
no,
that
Joe.
region. So
Say no.
Fair enough.
Pretty simple.
That's true.
I don't think so because I don't think it can't be any one country. It's I think it's more
That's what
complex than that.
yeah.
And at the same time, it's like it would be like silly, right? Like what are we talking about? Like it's like it's a satellite state. Just like America is also another satellite state. It's just a fucking like I don't know.
Base of operations. I think I'd say that.
What?
How much credence do you put to the religious, like the Republicans with their religious? Is that all show?
Some are real.
Just that money.
A lot for
lot of
show.
them really believe that nonsense. Pete
Sure,
thinks
it's a
that he's
I'm sure
tattooed
it's a-
with all that stuff.
I'm sure
yeah.
it's a
I don't know about
but I just want to, but
show at all.
those policymakers are like pawns. They're also pawns of the bigger hand at play in the government.
I'm sure that
In what way?
Some.
Religion?
It's not like they it's not like
Well,
they
I'm
are
just saying, like,
every move they make.
What does it do?
Well, you have like a conglomerate of different on the surface voices: Richie Torres, AOC, Randy Fine, Lindsey Graham, Mike Huckabee. They all seem to cater in a direction in unison in their own way. Where like at worst you'll get AOC saying, "Well, we got to defend them." Like that's like as light as it gets, and then you got all the way to Randy Fine and Lindsey Graham and Huckabee.
Yeah.
But they're all like in unison, essentially just elevating the war budget. That's really all. It's a mechanism to elevate a division of the government's budget. Is essentially what they're doing, which includes Israel, but includes every other country that we're in as well. It's just maybe they're the.
Do you want him to not have lobster for dinner again?
Say that again. My bad.
I would kill some lobster right now. Not gonna lie.
What do you want? Pete Hegseth to have, you want Pete Hegseth to have to eat mac and cheese instead of lobster for dinner?
Did you say lobster?
I say mix them together, Joe. What the
you
fuck?
just gave an
Lobster
example
mac and
of
cheese.
AOC, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't she like not take money? Like, wouldn't that be a counterexample?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. She doesn't take money, but she also there's also mechanisms in place where, hey, if you say these things, we kind of leave you alone. In action, rhetoric rise, it's free game. We can say whatever about you, but from an committee standpoint or all that shit, we'll kind of let you do we'll let you progress in that arena. But rhetoric wise, it's like the cat and mouse. It's like, oh, we hate those that socialist, the democratic socialists over there, or Mamdani, whoever it could be.
But that's what people
Are you
I
sure you
think are
don't mean
fighting
carrot and
at,
stick, Anthony?
is PR.
I have to say that I have to
is what they're
agree
fighting. Sorry, go ahead.
Israel only serves U.S. in foreign policy insofar as it helps the war state on big.
Well,
money,
essentially,
all that.
Yeah.
But the moment the U.S. sees there's nothing more to gain from this, they'll throw Israel to the side and think, oh, let's think about something else. We don't need that.
Oh, don't leave out the French and the
What is there to
English.
gain in the first
We're only
place?
talking about. Well,
I think
the petrodollar. They're fighting for the petrodollar. That's it.
I think there's people above these politicians, and this is gonna sound crazy, but essentially killing people and making machines to kill people is just a way to launder money. We print money and we launder.
Yeah, that's not crazy at all.
And
Pentagon
we
is a
also,
notorious slush
but
fund.
that doesn't explain everything. It doesn't explain why some people do it, and there's no money attached to it. Like AOC, most do have money. Even she has money attached to it, not directly, but indirectly. Or money is not being taken away by her saying what she says on foreign policy. It doesn't matter what she says domestically.
But that makes more sense. What you just said makes more sense to me than, and I don't think you're not tying it to Israel specifically, right? Like you're just saying,
No,
you're
I'm
laundering
tying it
money.
to aggression.
Country.
Aggression
Yeah.
through the phase of making more weapons.
Yeah, that to me makes like if I want to say it makes more sense, but I would actually just say if you go by that theory, it's a lot easier to predict what's going to happen, like at each step, like for years and years and years. You could,
And
if
it's
you go
on,
backwards, like
yeah.
if you go by that theory, it's fairly predictable, and so it does actually that way. It does make sense what AOC would be doing because yes, it's not direct money, right? Like it's like why does she do that? Like you said, it's about kind of complying with the group, right? Like if she doesn't do what the group does, they're gonna completely carve her out of power, right? Like they're just gonna box her out of any policies, right? So she
If
still
she's
has
for
to,
real, if she's for real, if she's an actual outsider, yeah.
And not only that, we know PR teams have always been a part of politics. PR in general, or psychological.
Dude, she had a whole
politics
Netflix
itself,
series
almost.
made out of her
Yes.
freaking
To the point
entire
where- to the
election.
point where- yeah.
And the first time that she ever popped up was at Turning, what was it called? The Native American pipeline.
Standing Point. Standing Rock.
Something wrong. Standing Rock.
Yeah,
Sandy.
I remember that shit.
Hey, Sandy.
Really? I swear I
what's her
heard
name?
of her before that. I don't know.
That's when she like kind
She came to
of popped up,
prominence.
and then the Netflix deal came, and it's like, how does that happen? How do you get net? Like, I mean, whatever. she did go to Boston University, and she, I think, interned for Kennedy. What's his name? One of the Kennedy brothers.
Joe? Ted? Ted or Joe?
No. Ted
or
has
Joe?
passed away. I think Joe, probably. Maybe it was Ted. One of them.
He was my intern.
What?
What?
Anyway.
I must have been drunk.
Who passed away?
I think Ted Kennedy.
The old,
He
yeah,
passed
I
away.
think he
Oh, I
passed.
thought you meant I thought you meant Teddy in the fucking Discord.
No.
We still
Jesus.
send memes to each other, so
Jeez.
it's, yeah, either way. No, it's just, man, I agree. Damn, man. It's like, I agree, like, on the surface, like, the assessment of things, like, moving around, like Jesse said, like, predictable, in a way, of, like, why people might, sorry, like, what moves might be made. That makes sense to me. But I still look at the underneath thing in regards to all this stuff. And on this level, like take this argument, for example, from Derrick Broze and Naomi Wolf, where like they are arguing about PR essentially. And PR is a lost stepchild of psychology. It is. They're in the same lane. Like, right? Moving minds around.
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
the marketing fucking.
Yeah, I think they're like, maybe that's like, let me ask this, like, is that like catnip in a way? Like, hey, here's my narrative, here's your narrative, and those clashing with each other end up becoming like, in a way, PR on its own. Because right now we're watching these two guys argue about is Israel controlling our foreign policy? Like, is that the actual discussion here in regards to like
or is it the
dealing with
Marshall
this?
Islands? Like, it's like fucking what? And
I think the Democratic Party is controlling her foreign policy.
Yeah.
Well,
because if she was a threat to the Democratic Party's leadership, she wouldn't be allowed in the first place.
I don't know.
You don't change the party changes you.
Oh, you mean AOC? You mean AOC?
Yeah.
Okay. It feels like once again
Nobody
an
changed her,
idea
Joe. Nobody changed her. She was a finished product. Nobody changed her.
It feels
I
like
think she's an actress personally, but
You're talking about AOC.
yeah.
No,
AOC.
I'm being like straight up.
Oh, I know you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Man, that's kind of the point
That's
I'm
where I'm
making.
at, but
That's the other point I'm making. To even
Poor
be allowed
AOC.
in the first place, you have to be willing to
playing a role,
participate in a
but-
certain amount of shit.
Maybe there's like a social alleviation because of some sort of PR being shot down. Maybe that's like, even in regards to like AOC, where it's like, oh, you had these ideas, right, that PR-wise would shut down the idea of, let's bomb this country, or let's, bankrupt Medicare, or whatever the fuck, right? Like, her PR battles their PR, and thus what the audience does is like maybe tries to negotiate the PR angles of
Yeah,
things
I think
versus,
that's
like,
what
the
you're saying.
actual
Yeah,
thing.
but she represents a certain cohort of people that are like, we're not represented, and like, so it goes into what Sabs is saying. It's like the actor too, like she just represents that. So I mean, I think I get what you're saying in terms of like the PR aspect of it. But
yeah, that leans into what Sebs was saying. Like, it almost like feels good because you have a representative here for you that cares about your issues, right? And she's
right, like at least someone's there fighting for me, type shit. Because then you still believe, you're. Well, even if you don't quote believe in the system, but you still do if you have, quote, like that's your girl and she's there, quote, fighting. It's like it goes into.
She's doing everything she can.
I mean,
what do you want her to do?
A compromise here, a compromise there, and sooner or later,
Well, that is
before you have
politics,
any idea, you're agreeing with
not to
Chuck
be
Schumer.
cringy, but it is making compromises and stuff. So that she can always fall back on that when people, like you say, well, you're making a compromise here, a compromise there. They can be like, well, you have to get stuff done. But she does that less than the more mainstream type. So,
or we see it less, or maybe we see it less.
We have to work with our colleagues across the aisle.
I mean, that doesn't really enrage me, just because that's how it works. But I get what you're saying. It's just
No, it's not.
we're
engaging.
dumb.
It's
to
more of
think
like
that,
just
like a politician's going to go in and be like, I'm going to get all my stuff done without talking about, with other people. That's just naive.
Yeah. Man, Is Harrison saying something
I
interesting?
don't really expect very much. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like I don't know. You're like you've got like a Netflix. I'm not trying to say like because you were on Netflix, you are therefore illegitimate. It's more of just like
you are what
like,
you are, right?
This? You know?
I get that.
Yeah.
I get
the
that
girl from the
point.
Bronx, Sandy. Anyway,
turns out
it's
she's from
just-
West or whatever.
Yeah, and they keep calling her this bartender, and I'm like, she's got like several degrees, like from Boston. Like I don't think she's.
Well,
just
it's like
doing
why
it.
couldn't she just say that? Like she has all those degrees and was a bartender. Why did it have to be,
like the economics
right? I agree with
degrees.
you on that. It's like
all
the
the
lady
trips that she
bartender.
did with the CIA when she was in college to
Right, it's just like own
Northern
it.
Africa. Yeah,
like be that bartender who also
somehow not
I'd have more
bartender.
respect for you. I'd have more respect for you than pretending that you're.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like just the scrappy bartender. I mean, I don't know. It's
just a girl from the Bronx. Meanwhile, she's not even from the Bronx. So anyway, but yeah, it's interesting. She'd be a nice person.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have a problem. Like, I mean, I don't know the bitch, but yeah, it's just
she
didn't have
definitely
to
gets
do all
attacked
that.
quite a bit viciously from the very particular cohort.
But isn't that part of
She is
the
the
PR in a way? Like
yeah,
it's like she represents the thing that we're fighting, although she doesn't actually represent that. But
it's like embedded that like that that cohort will never win.
It, like
you know
that's
what
the
I'm
role
saying?
she
It's like
plays, right?
Yeah,
right. It's her role. She's playing the the side that won't ever.
She plays that
win.
side of the dialectic. Like they have to have that kind of the tension.
It gives like certain guys a sense of something to fight against, and it gives certain other guys a sense of hope, as
Something
in
to
like
fight for.
they're gonna change. Like this
There's a lot of
girl's gonna
guys
change things.
a lot of shit too. I mean, she gets a lot of hate though. That's just like not even real. Not real.
Well, yeah, but does it matter? Like, does it matter for them? It could be a stupid reason, right? Look at her fucking haircut. How dare she? Right? It could be something stupid, right? But yet it's still
that fucking
used and abused as.
But pretty,
to get
that
like,
but that's another way to like get people to not actually listen to what she's saying. To be honest,
that makes me
but then like they'll use stupid shit like her music video to like diss her.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Like, why don't you talk about her trip to fucking Nemai, whatever, Mali or whatever it was, with the CIA? Like, that's interesting. You guys always talking about people being feds. It's just interesting. Like, and then they instead just focus on like, oh, look at this music video.
And
just spinning around and like trying to be all sexy. And I'm like,
just make it about her look. It's like,
she looks amazing.
Well, you can't even engage with
yeah, like I don't know. It's like, what do you want to say? Like, you hate on that?
Right.
Kind of makes me think of how all those dumb shit YouTubers use that one image of her for their thumbnail.
It's great for the
Use
whole
that
other side
really
too.
big toothy smile.
I mean, look at Jimmy Dore. I mean, not to pick on Jimmy. I'm just saying, there's just one little tiny example of like
I'll
how
pick on Jimmy every day.
AOC, yeah, hell yeah, how AOC serves such a purpose for many people. Like, she's just I don't know. It's like a pretty face that they try to be like, oh, she's only got this because of her looks, or they shit on her looks, or anything she says is just automatically dumb in the actual conversation. But they won't engage with what's that, Harrison? Okay, I know.
I have him turned down.
Is he saying anything real? Honestly, because
well,
as soon as he does, I'll turn him
it.
back up. But right now, I have him turned down.
I don't want to be the one that decides what's real or not. So, you know what? I'll leave it up to you.
He said, no, she is dumb, as in AOC.
She is dumb? I agree. I think she is a dumbass.
That's what Harrison said.
She is a dumbass.
I mean, so is Harrison though.
I don't know her. Yeah, but I would still apply that to any politician then. Like, I'm not just like, oh, it's only AOC.
Harrison is dumb too.
Yeah, that'd be
You don't mind?
That'd be silly.
Oh, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, you've met the real Harrison, but you haven't met
the real Harrison.
Haven't met who?
You've met the real Harrison, but you haven't met the real Jordan.
What? Me?
You haven't.
I think if Harrison actually,
I haven't met the real
Jordan,
me.
he'll run screaming.
You haven't met yourself, Jordan.
We know Chip and I. We know someone who is more you than you.
What?
Lucky you that you don't have to meet yourself.
Oh, you mean girl Jordan? How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
I will bow her the ends of the earth.
Lucky you,
girl Jordan.
Lucky you that you don't have to meet yourself.
There's a lesser
Shout out
Jordan.
to Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
She's the only one who can handle both me and Chip at the same time.
That's a major pause. Jesus Christ.
Tell us to Get a grip.
You handled him and Chip at the same
Major
time.
Mike.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Jordan, what the fuck?
No,
No, not me. No, it's not me.
He said Jordan.
It's probably Jordan with a Y.
Jordan,
by the way.
the real Jordan.
It's Jordan with a
Who's
Y,
woman
not
from
me.
Ohio.
She's the real Jordan. Jordan, do you hear that?
A woman from Ohio.
Dang.
A woman with a good grip from Ohio. That is not me. Okay.
See how he added the good grip in there? I'm just letting
Yeah,
like he's
He
adding
said
details
that.
were
Yo, he
not-
said that. He said
No.
that. No, Arzapos said that.
He didn't.
Yes, he
No
did.
one else heard it.
He said get a
No one
grip
else
in
heard
terms
it.
of like reining them in.
Arzapos said.
Yeah, he didn't say
She
good.
had.
He
She
said
has
it
a
in a
good
fucked
grip
up
on me
way.
and Chip, bro. He said that shit,
That's
bro.
not what he said.
Yes, he
That's
did.
not what
He said it. I don't care.
He
That,
said
He said
like,
it.
you know,
I
not
speak
that.
English as
Like,
well,
like a
so-
grip
You're
on,
actually
like,
you're
reality.
making it more sus on purpose.
Absolutely.
He said that shit, bro. Like, fuck out of here.
He did, but
Oh, fuck
That's
out of
weird.
here.
I don't know.
I don't want to speak for you.
It's on
Art.
recording.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
speak-
him say that.
My English is not very good, so.
Oh,
Right, yeah,
excuses.
Anyway,
Even if
The
it is-
excuses.
If
Get
it
the
is
fuck
on
out
the
of here.
recording,
Get the
then
fuck out
he
of
might
here.
have manipulated it on Premiere Pro.
It
He
is.
might have
It is on
manipulated it.
recording right now. It's all heard here.
Yeah, but I don't know if you
no
edited it.
editing. No editing from YellBro. It's all real.
Get a grip.
Real
He's a
time
metadata.
discussions. It's
Get
all
me
real.
the medicine.
Or get a grip.
Shout out to Jordan from Ohio. We see you. The real
With the
Jordan.
good grip.
Jordan
Shout to fake
from
Jordan from
handle
Ohio.
them both.
Shout to you.
This is
It's like
corn.
wait, so
fed.
it's not Becky with the good hair. It's Jordan with the
Jordan with the good grip.
Funny enough, my friend was dating a girl named Jordan, and I had a quiet beef
We
with
know.
her. I had to beef with her a
quiet
little bit.
beef?
Just a little bit.
You were jealous.
I was quiet.
Holy
People.
shit.
Like, yeah, I'm like better though, right?
Okay.
Things happen, you know.
Isn't that? Are you
This
coming
town
out
ain't
now?
big
being
enough
cool.
for you
Quiet
to,
beef.
Never happens, right?
Yeah.
Can you
Actually,
imagine?
I am
It's
currently
an
having
eye
a one-sided
contact
beef
thing.
with my sister.
It's an eye contact thing. Okay. It's like
He
I know
was
and you know we're
jealous
fighting.
I'm
right
having
now.
a one-sided
of a
beef.
girl dating
I'm
one of his
acknowledging it.
friends.
Hey,
That's weird.
No, I'm
Sad.
just.
One-sided beefs
Do
for real.
you ever have those with people?
Absolutely. I live in
One-sided.
one-sided. Get over it.
I'm angry about someone having my name. Okay.
This video is
That's
That
all.
sums
surreal.
you up, though. That's you in a nutshell. You would be upset about that, Jordan.
That's right, Jordan.
I
That's
don't
like
know if you recall
Capital J,
the
Jordan.
very first day I invited Chip to your server. He said the first thing he said was, "Let's kill all the white people," and then he said, "Where's the real Jordan?"
Cute.
Mm.
No, really, it's adorable.
I think it's
How do
funny.
you how do you
Anyway.
kill us from cages?
It's gonna be okay, Joe.
What?
We're safe.
How do they kill us from cages? Because that's what we put,
Nice.
where we
Well,
put them.
I'll say good luck if you want to try to cage Chip.
Yeah,
He is
pretty
6'3"
easy.
in your imperial
I-
system. I don't trust it, but he's
Oh,
big.
bro.
Yeah, he's like 191.
Don't trust.
Yeah,
He cages
he's
himself.
halfway a
unfortunately.
Sasquatch. Okay.
Chip, have you been to jail?
He's not here
He's,
right
yeah,
now.
he's not even here. No.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Well, I think you
He's been
should turn that.
before.
I think I would ask the question the other way around. Has jail been to Chip?
He's been caged before. He could be caged again.
Yeah, I've been to jail. What's up?
He just show up.
And you can
What
have,
the
you can
fuck?
have a small
He's
RSFO.
been
There he is.
caged.
RSFO.
He's been
You can
caged.
have a small stature and a large presence.
These fools tag people, bro.
As somebody
He
who
was summoned.
who embodies that,
Me?
I'm just letting you know.
Me?
He
You can be
was
small
summoned.
and big.
It's Sebs.
So,
He's-
yes.
Yeah, you could be
Thank you.
4 foot tall and feel like you're big. Okay.
I'm
Not
not.
4
You know,
feet.
I'm not 4 foot tall.
My bad.
Why you
I'm
lying?
sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
why you're a liar.
4 foot
gotta lie?
5. I'm sorry. My bad. 4'5". I apologize.
Oh,
I don't understand anything.
Well, they do say that big things come in small packages.
So, like Sebs, when I tried to give you like a high five, could you reach me or no? You couldn't, right? You couldn't. You couldn't reach, right?
Down low, Jordan.
Even jumping, you couldn't reach, right?
Fucking
Yo,
heights
why
and
are-
premises over
Dude,
here.
why are you making it sound so fucking weird? Like, chill.
How's that weird?
That's
I was
No,
like,
they
yo,
did that.
yo,
They
my
did
best
that
pal,
last
high
time.
five. She couldn't reach me though.
They did that last time when they were all losing. It was pathetic, and then
Yep.
they got all like racist against Africans.
Who is
Crazy.
the back-to-back
Same
champion?
pattern every time, Sebs.
Who is the back-to-back
Mhm.
champion? By the way, back-to-back champion. Who is it?
apparently,
Name
apparently,
them. Name
It was
them,
like
please.
changing all the fucking rules and
Name
shit.
the back-to-back
Nobody asked her to do
champion
that.
right now. Name them. Go ahead.
apparently,
I dare you to.
And I told her.
It's my bad English that got this conversation very
And
weird.
Jordan, by the way, voted with James' sister. In case the audience, if you're, just so you know. Traitor.
Yeah, Jordan, stop being
Pull out a
black.
tape measure.
She was more
Pull out a
actually
tape
strict to the
measure
rules
and
than
look
you
at the
are,
other
you little
side of
cheater.
the tape
So,
measure, so you know
yeah.
what 4 feet is.
Shout out to Jordan.
I was there for
Tried
that.
to
I
go.
remember.
Whatever.
Anyways, Derrick and
Continue with the
Naomi
video.
Wolf are arguing. They're going to make it into PR, where it's about Israel
Yeah.
instead of like the actual scenario, which I thought they were trying to debate about, or at least in words trying to debate about. It's now about, is it about Israel or not? Which is what I think they're both going to do right now. But it's a little bit more because this debate's kind of
now it's about
to me.
What's
Oh,
the
yeah, and
title
then
of
she's
this
also
video?
telling him, like, you need to come back to America if you want to be America first. Like, why are you America first from Mexico? Yeah.
Well,
It's
She's just
actually
being kind of a bitch.
That's when I feel like saying that America is actually a double continent.
Jordan, what's the title of this video that we're watching?
This video? No, it's just
The one we're watching.
It's a Twitter thing. Debate on Iran bombing, Derrick Broze, and Naomi Wolf. It's very simple.
Okay. Because I just came in like while you were 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In this time.
No, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, we heard your stupid ass commentary
I just
about
sneezed
black
really
women
loud for
hair.
YouTube,
So,
but
yes.
on Discord. Anyway,
Hey, somebody else brought it up. I was
What?
responding.
Nobody brought it up. You brought it up.
Something about culture appropriation got brought up, so I was talking about, well, black women can't straighten their hair anymore then.
Plus, they're all fat and diabetic.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if they're fat and diabetic, they're just going to sit on you anyway and fucking eat candy.
Let's go back to Naomi and Derrick with the good hair. Here we go.
Yeah, let's try and
What
finish
about
this
the
video
fact that
sometime this
Netanyahu
century.
is as
Are you
allies
Jordan with the
Trump,
weak grip?
Kushner, Witkoff. I mean,
That's
you've
a
got the
major
whole
pause.
Wagner clan who are deeply
Major
tied
pause.
into Israel, and they're putting out AI videos about how they're going to remake Gaza and all these sort of things. There's
I
clearly
can't wait for
a
the Jimmy
huge
Dore video
Israel
now.
influence, and Israel and Iran are
You're
definitely
hype
connected.
right now.
So
I love it.
I hear your point, but it doesn't change the facts of the matter of the influence that Israel has on American foreign policy. And what I just said was the Secretary of State of the United States, Marco Rubio, said that they initiated this attack because Israel was going to attack and they wanted to do it first before there was any potential attacks on
Ignoring
American
reports
bases or
from
American
earlier,
interests.
Derrick.
So they're clear.
Derrick, you're seemingly ignoring reports from beforehand. Maybe you didn't see them, of the U.S. saying we want Israel to attack first to give us a reason to do what we're doing, which is very much a part of this. So thus, it's like, okay, let's do it together. Pause.
Does it ever feel like those people in these administrations drops things like that so it can be repeated? in
Yes.
certain narratives. I don't know. It's just like
all of it.
why are
Yes,
you-
all of
yeah,
it.
It's just like
Same thing happened with Biden when they quote unquote leaked the whole he's mad at
Oh, yeah.
Netanyahu.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would happen
Yeah, he's
several times over
he
the
was
summer with
so
Trump.
mad at Netanyahu that he did. Oh, right, he did absolutely nothing.
Well, he did something, Joe. He gave them money and weaponry and logistics
Hey, you know
and
what? Fair.
intel and
Doing
yeah,
absolutely nothing would have been a step up from what he did.
apparently.
But he did it quietly versus Trump just said, yeah, we're going to do this.
it wasn't even that quiet. Just the media was quiet
people
about
know.
it because they're fucking biased.
There's been reports
Because they want to make
over
Trump
the
look bad
year-
and they wanted to make Joe Biden look good. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just because of how breakneck quick our information environment is now, you can't really do that shit quietly anymore. You can't.
No, Trump
They can put out
made
like
him.
Seb said, they can put reports out. Or
Trump said it himself.
Yeah, no,
though.
they were quiet about it when it was Joe Biden. They were quiet.
Joe Biden didn't say
It's
anything
like,
about
you can
it.
look
but
at
Trump
their
himself
what they
is
released at
saying
that time.
this about himself.
Oh, in that sense, yeah, they were much quieter about it.
what we understand in regards to the Biden administration, in regards to like something like Gaza, right? We've gotten more from like Israeli channels, right? As far as like narratives, we've gotten more from that than we've ever gotten from U.S.
Yeah, you listen to
media.
that Hebrew language. You listen to any Hebrew language broadcasts that they have at home or something like that. They are naked about it.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they are
we'll have,
foaming at the mouth.
Biden advisors saying things that they would normally not say. Like, I mean, like
Yeah.
guys that are there for like his foreign policy, like PR guy that does like the little press meetings and all that shit. The
What
foreign
was his
policy
name?
like press
Anthony
corps.
Blinken, or am I thinking of
No,
somebody
no,
else?
not Blinken.
Jen Psaki?
No.
No?
That was the press secretary, I believe, right?
Right.
But there's a foreign policy version, essentially. And that person was like, "Well, listen, I don't agree with it, but you know what? It's my job. I do what I got to do," according to like Israeli television or Israeli news. That's where he said it at. He didn't say it in America. He didn't say it on ABC or NBC or fucking Fox. He said it on Channel 12 in fucking Israel somewhere.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
just
after we get the break, we're going to see Moshe Feiglin talk about how big his boner is every time he watches Palestinians bleed.
Yeah. And a lot of these things could be, once again, PR, propaganda bullshit. I'm saying, fuck all that. IQ test time, right? Like, well, this thing is wrong right here. Let's negotiate and deal with that. But it ends up becoming what I think we're watching, right? Wolf and Bros fighting over a silo instead of like the bigger picture, in my opinion. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys pictured it from the perspective of like who we all considered like the evil side of this? Like, in their end game is supersize Israel. Is there anything that could be? Is there anything that could be positive from that for like the world?
No.
Long
Why
term,
not?
absolutely not.
If that's what's actually happening, it is strictly about Israel and Greater Israel. If it's all about that, no, there's nothing positive from that. Nothing.
Why not?
Because the means to make the positive thing were dirty and corrupt as shit. So thus, it can't be clean when they do the action.
Yeah.
Well,
any greater Israel is going to be built on the bones of a lot of dead innocents.
Well, if
What
I'm
was the-
hold on, real
was-
quick.
What's the phrase?
Real quick.
It's a
Go
it's a
ahead.
common phrase talked about dark shit whenever they say
Cruel
what it's something
intentions?
with the means. No,
Oh,
something
the
about
means
the
justify the
means.
ends. That?
The means justify the ends.
The ends
Like,
justify
we
the
got to do
means.
this really
Mix
bad
it up.
shit right now, but it's for a greater good.
I can't walk into like a elementary school, mow down everyone, and it creates quote unquote better gun laws. How's that a
But it
positive?
could make better children. It could make better children. Like, to take the fucking devil's advocate side of that argument.
It's hard to call that a positive, considering like what
I know,
what
but
happened beforehand.
right? Do you think that that's how they're acting right now? Like, do
Oh,
they
no,
in
no,
their
no.
mindset?
No.
In their mindset, do they have a means to justify the ends?
No. The people that the regular people that exist. That
No, the power that's making these choices.
No, I'm saying. Let me say this.
Okay.
The regular people that exist, they may think like it's worthy as time goes by, where it's like, oh, this will work out. I don't like it. It's not great, but you know what? It'll work out in the end, like at the end, right? But the leaders that are doing all this stuff, no, there's no sense. Like, it's not better. It's just them and their teammates. That is it.
Okay.
That's what I smell psychologically.
Extending question. Once they do all this, they get what they call Greater Israel. Are they just gonna jump somewhere else and do it again? Say another place needs to be cleansed of some sort.
As long as no one gets uppity. If you get uppity, yeah, that might happen again.
Well,
But
if you
that's
get
not the
uppity, you
case-
might be the next place needs to be cleansed.
Exactly. Yes. If they get uppity.
If
Uppity in
everybody to
response
the east,
them. My bad.
if everybody to the east of Saudi Arabia kept their mouths shut, I think Israel would eventually mow over them anyway.
It may
And
be
by that,
100
I
years from
mean
now.
the
but it
Israel
could still
United
be.
States, whoever else you want to throw in their empire.
Let's be real. If Iran gets ran over, guess what? They're still going to go after Russia and China. Not because those guys are good guys and the other guys are bad. It's that you're on a different team than me. So thus I need to fuck you up. Possibly.
On the right-leaning side for the last 2 weeks, that's how they've been kind of justifying this is, well, this is really just about weakening China.
Which doesn't make sense, I don't think, geopolitically. But it doesn't matter. Like, they'll say whatever. Whatever it takes, they'll say it, I think. It's my personal opinion. They'll say whatever it takes to get X, Y, or Z done.
We're cutting off the oil from Iran and Venezuela to China, so therefore they have to work with Russia, and then we'll get Russia to split back off from them and come back into OPEC.
Well, it's not even
That's-
just China.
that's
I
the
think it's like
full-
even
that's the full
Japan.
thought.
I think it's all those countries depend on those
Well,
routes.
Japan already is in our currency, like the Swiss
No,
system.
I know, but I'm
they're
saying that
already
they
in it.
still. No, but I'm saying that they still depend on those routes, though, and they trade with China.
Yeah.
The only thing
Actually, since
Well,
Trump
we
took
get a
office,
cut.
they've been
We
trading
get a
with
cut
China
when
a lot
Japan
more.
No,
trades
I'm
with
saying
China.
like, what are you talking? Like, China deals with everybody over there, dude.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
but we
probably
get a
the
cut.
main manufacturing hub for the world right now.
Wait, who's we? Who's we?
The
You mean
United
Rockefeller? Who
States-
gets the cut? Okay, I mean,
The
yeah,
Swift
businesses.
system, the OPEC.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
We
I
get
got
a
it.
cut when Japan trades, but we don't get a cut
Okay.
when Iran trades with them. Because
The government doesn't get a cut, maybe, in that sense, maybe, but like personal business hands definitely do, in my opinion.
Yeah, they go around because they go around Stripe all the time, even because there's other, like, even with the European Union, Iran was doing like trade with them through this other like system that they built that like was running parallel to Stripe or whatever it was called. So they were there was other avenues of doing business outside of like the fucking Cayman Islands, like shadow bank shit. Anyway,
Capital has no flag or borders.
Well,
and Swiss banks and all those other institutions, of course, London, all that good stuff.
I can't say I know the details, but my personal belief is that the United States government does not serve the American people. The Israeli government doesn't serve the Israelis. The Chinese government doesn't serve the
agree with you
Chinese.
there.
The Russian government doesn't fucking serve Russians. It's more so like at best. This is at best. At best, we know better than you guys do. Even though they're idiots. They're idiots and let's be real, mentally ill, in my personal opinion. But and at the very at best in their minds, they're like, yeah, we can do this better than you can. You don't understand the circumstances. We know better than you. So that's we're gonna hide things from you guys. We're gonna hide them. We're gonna do like quiet things that are not in the news that you will never hear about. We'll do those things for the sake of once again, this is at the very best like possible intention of things. Like, hey, you guys are children. We're adults. We're gonna fucking help your lives out. You don't understand it now, but we're gonna help you out. Even though it's like, once again, dumb fuck mentally ill people doing that. In my opinion, that's what I think is happening. Personally, I think that applies to damn near every nation on planet Earth. Good?
I agree with that, actually. Yeah, because it is like that idea, like that infantilizing thing of like, well, no, we just know better, and we have to do these bad things, but we can't tell you about them because you're going to freak out, and it's going to mess up the order, and then that's going to be even worse. And they've done their cost benefit analysis and run all their models and simulations exactly, and then they're like, okay, this is the best possible outcome.
I think it's a little bit of that and a lot of plain old
Mm-hmm.
opportunism.
Yeah.
Yes, by their standards, of course, because they're working within their own paradigm.
Yep.
Based on their own assumptions.
Right now?
That's why
no.
power needs to be
he's not.
challenged at all times.
He blinks out every so often, so he's not here right now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's in, but he's on mute. So, but he was talking about the other. He started asking, "What's the prices?"
Sorry.
Yeah, he is.
Jesse is not in here
He's
at
at the
all.
bottom.
No.
Yeah, he is.
I haven't
Ox is
heard
in
him.
here.
Is it my shit?
Yeah, it's your
He's
shit.
on mute.
Your own
But
shit,
he's
man. Your own.
he's
We all
here.
see him.
I don't see Jesse anywhere in my room right now. Okay.
Okay. I don't know how
I
that's
don't know.
happening.
Okay.
But
yeah.
2 days ago, he started asking about like the prices of wherever I was, And then after that, my mom sent me a message asking me, what are the prices going on? I was like, what are you all freaking out about? And then yesterday, my company sends a fucking, like, to all 1,500 drivers telling us we will not be getting gas in Oregon or California until they, like, the price is cut back or whatever. And we might be cutting off deliveries to either of these two states. I guess the prices have gone crazy. But my point is like, you know how you can just fix prices? They've always fixed prices, and this doesn't necessarily need to be a gas shortage from all this war shit going on. It could just be a scare tactic. Oh my God, it is the war, when it isn't really. It could be, but it doesn't have to be.
You're saying like a psyop almost? Is that what you're saying?
Right, like
possibly?
a scarcity psyop.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't put it
Large
past anyone
corporations have
for
been
that.
manufacturing scarcity forever.
But well, okay. That
I mean, prices are going up everywhere, but theirs are going higher than anywhere else.
Well, there's like a on the surface thing, right? As far as like, okay, that makes sense on the surface because of the war and who is Iran bombing or the U.S.
Right.
Whatever the fuck, right? But then there's like, what's the logic of it? Why?
Well,
the whys.
Well,
Like,
they
why is
do.
that happening?
It's commonly known when you're talking about gold and silver, them doing these price fixing, and you can see that like that's not a real price fix. Like it doesn't have a reason to for this, but they've obviously done it. But it's not real. But with war, with oil, I think it could be utilized in war, the oil thing, like what I'm talking about with gold and silver. It's like it's something like if I've like studied forever how like they've chosen to lock prices at certain times for certain emergencies, and it wasn't real, and it was just to like it was used as a scare tactic. So why not do it now with this raging war?
I thought they were doing it. Am I tripping? I thought they were kind of with like gas prices and oil fluctuations in the market or whatever. I thought they were kind of doing that already. I'm sure
Here's
for
the
them
problem.
it's a lot more arbitrary than
Here's the
person.
problem.
Okay.
If you watch the market, the price of oil went fucking down, not up. So why would the prices go up?
No, like
for gas.
It was drastic though, I think. Wasn't it? It wasn't like drastic like dips and then
there was
upwards and then dips.
It went up and then it went down because the G7 decided to use up like the reserves or some shit. Like so, it's because we're releasing reserves, not like we're gonna use that up.
So why?
That's why.
Why
you
would
gotta
it go?
drop.
Why would it go down on the stock market for oil, but go up at the gas pumps? Even if you're releasing the stock or the stockpile of actual oil, and it makes the price. Hold on. Let me finish asking. So you release the physical oil from the storage, and then the price on the stock market goes down because it was high, but it only gets higher at the gas pump.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're separate things. So
why would this?
So the
why would
stock-
the stock market go down when we're releasing reserves, Dubster? Why would that happen?
It happened. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
That's
my God!
what
I'm asking you why. Why would that happen? Because why? Why would that happen?
There's multiple reasons why that would happen, and it
Give
wouldn't
me one.
necessarily happen. It wouldn't
You just said
necessarily
it.
happen
You
one way
just
or
said
the
it
other.
happened. You just said it
Well,
happened.
it did. It did
Okay,
happen.
so why did it happen? Why? Why did that? Why does the stock market go down when we release our reserves, Dubster?
Well, it's the idea of supply and demand.
Because because the stock market is based off of the perceived value of something, right?
But it's
And
hold on,
so,
it's not. It's not really because you're actually losing it because the demand went higher.
dude,
If you
Dubster,
release, if you
It's not
release the
real.
stockpile,
Dubster,
you're
Stock
actually
market's not real. That's the point of
Dubster,
the perception point. Like,
Dubster. If we're releasing our reserves, then that would mean that
flooding the market.
then that would
Yes.
mean that the perceived value of that oil is going down, right? Because we're not
to someone with a clue though. Not to someone with a clue.
what?
Because
no,
when
that's
you are
exactly what you would think from economics.
no. If you're paying a fucking attention, you're saying, oh, they're releasing the
Dude,
reserve. Holy shit, they're
if I have a
fucking
restaurant
scared.
and I have
They're
Dubster, if I have a restaurant and I'm ordering 1,000 chicken wings every week, and then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I don't want any more of those chicken wings. I'm not going to order those anymore. What would that mean, Dubster? Oh my god. I'm talking to, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Dubster.
I
Dubster.
don't know how to relate
If we're
chicken
not
wings to this.
buying,
Just to put it simply,
if
the
we're
two
not
things
buying,
are
if we're
not the
not
same.
buying into the market, if we're not buying
Yeah.
into what we're claiming the fucking value of the oil is, and we're pulling out of our own reserves, we're now lowering our own price. That's what happens as a result of the
But
stock market goes down.
Not really. Because the
All right.
actual demand is going up.
You said
That's
it
why
happened.
you let go. Yes. Well, listen to
Yeah.
me though, man. The reason they're releasing the stockpiles is because they realize that they need it. That means the demand actually went up, but they're telling the world it's going down by that immediate flooding of this emptying the stockpiles.
Dude, what's the stock market based off of, Dubster?
So the stock price
You're right, feel it.
moves
Cronyism.
extremely quickly, right? Like it's basically an emotion. Like it's the way that it moves. It's like perception. It's something that is almost instantaneous.
If
Like
I'm betting on the
reality
stock
doesn't
market,
move in that same speed, right?
if
Like
I'm betting
as
on the stock market, right, I'm saying today's $100 is going to grow to more than $100. So if I'm buying an oil, but then I'm seeing that we're pulling out of our reserves, then that is saying that the stability of oil is dropping. So yes, the stock market fucking drops from that.
But the price went down when they did that.
For barrels of oil, right? The barrel
Yes.
price went down.
And only the gas price stayed going up.
But because
it
we're
could
not
only be
gas
changed.
price is different
we're
than the
not buying
stock,
from
right?
we're
Like
not buying from other people. We're taking from our own reserves.
No, we're
Yes.
buying
Yeah,
from other people. No,
there's a supply chain
No,
from
when the price when what is when we're pulling from our reserves, the reason the price goes down is because we don't have to buy those barrels, that we have them already. So
Yes.
it's already
You're
profit.
correct. You
Yes.
are correct.
So that's why the price
So
goes
let's
down.
say it was $100. I saw $84 when
Fuck.
somebody linked it. So it went down to $84. That was like when they released it. And then somebody did a scare tactic, and it was a well-named person, and he said it's barrels of oil is going to go up to $200. Got everybody to reinvest into it, thinking they were going to make profit, and it actually killed the climb of the stock market.
Dude.
yeah, prices are not real. Like like this is
I know.
Go
It
watch
was a
fucking
flood of
simple
investing
YouTube
came in.
video. Go watch a YouTube video on scarcity economics. That's 5 minutes. That's all you need, dude.
Sounds like the most boring fucking video ever. Just saying.
I understand what's going on. I'm saying.
No, you don't, idiot. You clearly don't.
Oh, I just explained it to you.
I'm just here with
You were
popcorn,
missing-
except I don't have popcorn. But I think
You were missing everything that I was saying and Jesse
You don't
was
need
saying.
it.
Like
I
you didn't.
agreed with what you were saying.
Yeah.
Fascinating lesson.
So what, when you empty your own reserves, that creates more demand in the long run, right? So doesn't that increase price?
Yes, but
think-
the immediacy drops the price. But the reality, it means
There's a difference
holy
between in the
shit, we
short.
don't have the reserves.
There's a difference between the short run. There's a difference between the short run and then a long run, right? Like
Good luck,
if
Josh.
there's-
Good luck to you.
I'm just saying, like if yes, if the price in the long term is going to go up, that's different than if in the short term we see a reduction on the price. Like this would happen. Like let's say fuck, I don't know an example off the top of my head. Like
If
I don't know
you're
the
selling
comparison to
something,
oil.
you're selling gas, you're selling anything, right? If you're actually, if that's your product, and you know that in a month or a couple of weeks the price is going to change a lot, like it's going to go up, like do you have to sell it like low, or you could just hold on, right? Because this thing is going to go up. Well, like you're not really incentivized to lower your price.
There
You're
you
only
go.
incentivized to lower your price is if everybody else is lowering their price, and like you have to compete.
Yeah.
But if not, there's no reason for you to like that. That doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
you would actually, raising it does make sense for the gas pump separate from like what the stock might be doing.
Like, what if there's like a super high demand right now for Pokemon cards, right? Like a pack of cards at the store might be like $5 right now, right? But that's due to the increase of demand, right? So that's the short term. But in the long term, like it's unsustainable. So what's going to happen is those same $5 prices, they're not going to be able to fucking sell them. So they're going to have to cut it to fucking like $1, like pennies on the fucking dollar.
They
So that's the
are
same thing with
$5, by
oil.
the way. Pokemon at Target, because I buy them for my little cousin.
I bet you do.
God.
They're
But
$5.
that's
At Target. At Target.
That's what's happening with oil, but in the inverse, where it's like okay, in the short run, we're having a decrease in price because we're not having to buy more. Like there's no cost for us, so it's all profit, right? And so in the long term, though, we're not going to be able to. We're going to run out of reserves. So the fucking we're going to have to go buy more oil eventually. So
And
then, yes,
what Ox is saying is the gas stations don't give a shit because they know the price is going to go back up anyway, so they'll just keep the prices where they are.
Yes.
No, they've increased them over
in some
because
areas.
they can only change. Yeah, they can only change legally. They can only change their prices every 20, like at the end of the day or at the beginning of the morning at a certain time. But
Depending on the
might be
state.
state by state. It might be state
Yeah.
by state.
Like I saw Missouri today was only like 20 cents more, but over in Illinois where it's now like 60 or 70 almost cents more than it was like a week ago. So it varies
Right.
state by state. Portland was fucking crazy too. It was like $5 for.
Aren't they playing
over?
They're playing off of perception in that way, right? In the sense of like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, because these prices, let's say the oil market, right, is moving up or down, whatever the fuck it is. Because of that, we have a reason or justification for changing our prices a certain way, right? And if everyone agrees, it can play out that way almost, right? But yeah, we all agree. Let's raise the dollar. Fuck it.
On a market, it's very easy to manipulate it.
No one's no one's going to agree when there's being like basically a fucking a war over oil. Like that's out of the question.
It could
Jordan,
be a
can you check
business
the
thing.
group message? I sent a video. I swear to God, because I was talking about this yesterday, and Tucker's actually saying the thing about how Israel gave the U.S. the intel. Sorry. For the Iranian girls. I swear to God. He just posted this. I'm like,
Outdated
no way.
intelligence. Lazy is sloppy. Is he saying that, or is he like, yeah, on
No,
purpose?
he's like straight up.
Here's bad intel to get you to do something horrible because we just hate the PR of the U.S. so badly that we want you to look
No,
bad.
it's even worse. It says, it may surprise you to learn that almost all of our signals information for Iran came out of
It may surprise you.
Amazing.
And he's saying that in response to the girls' school being bombed.
Yeah,
There it
of course.
It may
Of
surprise
fucking
you.
course.
Keeps
Oh
getting
shit, we
steered
got no
wrong.
intelligence ourselves.
These people are lying to him. I don't do a good Tucker.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Also,
I need to do that scowl.
all right, I'm gonna end this video. I think because I think you guys.
Oh, are you still doing your video? I'm sorry.
I think you guys.
you were recording.
I think you guys said more than what this video will provide for in regards
Absolutely.
to information.
This shit's
Honestly,
going fucking nowhere.
it is what it is. The Derrick Broze and Naomi thing. It is what it is. But I think you guys, which
We
is
made
what I
it.
love. I love
You're
like,
welcome.
it's dinner table fucking arguments and ideas and discussions. That I think is actually more needed.
Don't make it gay.
Shut the
Don't
fuck.
make it
Shut the
gay.
fuck
I
up.
kind of like it. That's
Don't
sweet.
make it
It's a
gay,
dinner table
please.
reference. I kind of love it. It's very wholesome. You're right.
Yeah, dude, just do your fucking shitty outro, bro. End the video. You're good.
Like, goddamn.
Holy shit.
Shut the
Josh,
fuck
go
up.
fucking find some Netflix somewhere.
Josh coming in
shut
hot.
up.
I actually agree with Josh
You're
for once.
shitty.
I think Josh is
You-
drunk, but I wouldn't mind hearing some more Pokemon references.
Dude is so fucking long-winded, bro. You just can't end the video. It's crazy.
You
Like
love
we're
it.
still going.
Molasses.
still
Guys, the world is
Molasses.
stuck. If everybody
I was not
laughing
talking
for
the
all
whole time. It was you guys talking the whole time. Shut up.
Yeah, there's some people that are a little
We're
more
still
long.
going, by the way.
Because everybody has to have the last word.
Anyways, more importantly, I realized. Actually, all right, fine enough. I actually realized why I didn't see Jesse in the first place because there's like a name list and then there's like the pictures right on your screen. And I think
Yeah.
there's a limit to the amount of pictures I can see.
So you were not going to end this video to make a boomer announcement?
Listen, I'm just.
You should not
shut
be
up.
talking about boomers and technology. Dubster. Glass house.
See, YouTube, they blame me for this, by the way. They blame me, okay? Anyways, there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Let it be known in the comment section. We didn't do too much about Wolf and Broze's discussion, although Wolf's argumentation was horrendous to me. I think we actually
Move back to America.
provided
You wanna have an
more.
opinion.
I think we did better than she did. But let it be known. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, words.
Make him Mexican again.
He's so
That's
fucking
right.
going, dude.
Words,
It's
words,
crazy.
words, 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 and words, and
Guys,
more
so
words.
good.
And words are still going. Words, 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 words.
Give the
Also,
video a thumbs down.
please join the Discord
Cut.
if you feel like.
Cut.
All opinions are welcome except for Harrison. He is.
That's true. He is technically silenced.
I've heard enough nigger faggots for one day. But don't worry. Even Harrison has his words.
He was
Hear
talking
that.
about his nipples this time.
Wait, do you have a link so I can give you a video?
My left nipple, my right nipple.
Yeah, the video.
No, he said his
Wait,
white nipples,
Arsifo,
actually.
Arsifo,
Yeah,
keep
you
Are your
it.
nipples supposed to be pink? Why are they white?
End the fucking video, dude.
He won't.
No, I need to understand.
Arsifo, be
Because
patient.
Harrison
okay?
said his nipples were white, but they should
Josh,
be
is
pink.
that a challenge?
What, Jordan?
Please just give
I
the
want to get to
video
the
a
bottom
thumbs
of this
down.
nipple.
Be patient, Arsifo.
Conundrum.
Okay? Listen, everything I showed you will be linked in
Ugh,
that same
God.
description box for you to look at on your own because I have to say this because motherfuckers don't get it. It is what it is. It's okay. I
No one else
understand.
does it.
Please go look at the description box. You'll find the sources of what I'm playing for you. You can watch it on your own and make your own conclusions or assumptions or whatever. Most importantly, with all that said, Arsifo.
This video a thumbs down.
Yes.
The more the better.
Yeah.